Okay, I'm back. Yay! Hello, everyone. I'm joined by the lovely Hex, our DM. I'm also joined by Glitter, Nomad, and Seth. I'm thinking that our little Cody might be a bit late again. Potentially.
Mm-hmm.
He said he'd be.
He'd be leaving
He
early.
did say he'd be here.
See, the problem is that he says there's a chance I might have to depart early. So is he departing from the stream early, or is he departing from work early? I don't know what he's referring to.
He's in a state of departing. Constant.
I just
To get back at Nomad and Glibber from earlier, yeah, I'm doing things. I'm out now.
Let's go.
I got the estimates back from my suppliers, but I can only get in touch with my client at around before 1 p.m. So I'm sending the estimate tomorrow, and hopefully, if everything goes well, I can place my order tomorrow. And despite the price increase that my one supplier gave for the casing, I should still be looking good at a very profitable venture, so we'll see.
Let's go.
I'm hoping it remains with it Q4. My accountant will be very happy if it's Q4. That's also why I'm having a beer, and why I posted about Americans visiting Belgium for the beer.
Nice.
You hear that, Glitter? You're being invited
Also,
to go to
Hex,
Belgium.
I feel attacked. Oh, sorry, I have a delay.
You're attacked by for what?
Your meme about the intelligence dumping. I got 8.
To be fair,
Matilda
it's
go
every-
Unga Vuga. Yeah.
To be fair, it's every class that dumps intelligence except for wizards. They're the Aladdin artificers. Like, nobody else dumps intelligence. Nobody.
I mean, there's always exceptions to every rule.
Hold up a second. First of all, you did have an
true.
increase of intelligence and then chose to give it up, okay? That is
Yeah,
totally
just like how you
unhumanly.
chose to spend an entire fucking night in that environment to try and cheat
Okay.
death. Or tempt
Okay,
death.
no one was cheating death, okay? I caught her as my mistress. And the miss will
like,
do crazy
Death
shit
was
to you.
borderline date raping you.
Look, the mist is a hell of a drug.
Must be like, so basically it's you and Lady, so basically it's like Deadpool and Lady Death, where your relationship is just like
It's complicated.
yeah, that's
Prefer the actual Lady Death though, with like the white hair and stuff. I don't like skeleton in the raven robes.
I mean there's two
Too many
there's
authors
two
have like a different yeah,
yeah,
just like you're saying.
there's multiple phrases, there's multiple variants of it too, so hey, it really depends on author and also the artist.
That said, oh god, where is Cody?
Where's the
shall we
Cody?
just get
The world
started?
may never know.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get me a second beer. You guys band, and it'll give some people the time to show up because we only have one viewer, and I'm pretty sure it's my stream elements. Or
I'm
Hex, one of the two.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm here.
Oh!
What the hell?
Wait, is my OBS just lacking on me?
Maybe. Well, even if we only have 2 viewers, like we always, so it's always been told to me that you should
we
always
have
treat it
fun.
like you're streaming to 1 million people and have fun, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
So
Yeah.
Well, I don't get it because it sometimes shows one.
I'm just
sometimes
saying,
shows.
Cody can be fashionably late. God
Well-
damn this delay.
Well, you know our boy Cody. He loves his dramatic entrances.
Mhm.
God,
What is
especially
this?
at night, yeah.
Uh,
Coincidentally, if Dusk hears like horse or donkey noises in the other room at night.
Oh,
It's completely normal. It's fine.
Don't
I wouldn't
worry
even know
about
what
the
that's-
noises.
I don't even know what that's referring to.
Yeah.
You freaky people bringing the donkeys from the stable.
Yeah. No, no.
so,
Oh.
who's gonna tell him?
Leader, you chewed with 100 bits. Oh, thank you. And you say congratulations?
Congratulations.
Congratulations on job. Well, thank yous.
Congressional job.
I meant to get back to you, but what?
Stop butchering my
I
language,
hate
Clifford.
this delay.
We're working on it. We should be able to fix that a bit.
Yeah, I know. Oh, what? And Hex cheered with. Thank you.
One bitty worth 100, okay? Just imagine it's worth it.
Oh, bitty bitty, yeah.
Maybe if I contribute to the group project too.
Gliver.
Look on me.
Here we go.
Well,
Yeah, and I'm gonna
So
force you to
first of
swallow some water, so hang on.
Hmm?
Ooh, the RR is back, hang on.
da-da-da.
All right, Maddie. Ah-da-da. I forgot to disable it for
Here we go,
D&D.
awesome.
I usually disable it during Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I
boy.
know. That's why I'm taking advantage of that one. I found a video that I sent Glitter. I'm not gonna say what it was, but it was like 2 drops of water, just your voice. And I know you can get in that range, and I was like, this is Glitter? Wow, it's like voice acting, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was just it was someone reading a script, like a little sort of romance novel thingy, kind of. And it reminded me, like, I need to really get like started with that whole whatever I can do to get Seth like active and working. And it would be increasingly funny to have you both do like scenes together. I would pay for that.
I wouldn't be able to focus.
I mean, you'd be doing like, you know, like in a booth and reading your lines, right?
I am still unsure if anyone saying my voice sounds good.
He said in like the hottest voice
Listen,
possible.
If,
Look,
exactly,
all I'm saying,
like if it pays the bills, then why doesn't it? You know?
yeah.
And it gives you an excuse to get a better microphone.
I've heard myself, okay? What do you mean better microphone? This is a
Well,
decent
Listen,
microphone.
One that you don't need to go across London to retrieve every time.
Yeah. Also, I will say this: if there's somebody or a group of people who like the sound of your voice and they're willing to pay good money for it, I really don't see a downside to this.
Speaking from experience,
Yeah,
yes.
work with that shit.
Yeah.
There
Somebody-
is no problem when it comes to being able to do a certain voice. You
Oh
know?
my God, it's Hex Shatner.
Eh,
Seth, people buy you stuff when you're active. I just have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Just
Exactly.
just think of. Yeah. Just imagine you make some very very spicy ASMR for some lovely group of ladies. Maybe some fantasy, some role play. You have a throne, and then somebody's just like, take all my money, and you can use that to buy new tea.
I
You
do
think
want to
I'm
say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You think I can simply be bought off by tea, or the allure of tea to do anything, huh?
Seth is British. He's like a tea snob. Like a coffee snob, but for tea, right? It's weirder.
Is it though?
Like, there is no tea you could give this man that he will not hold his nose up against. Like, you drink this drivel?
Yeah, hold on a second.
I drink
I've never
straight out
been.
Yorkshire tea on the rocks, have you know?
I've never done something like that. I've only ever been
Yes,
Uh-huh.
straight up.
judgmental of
Mhm.
iced
Yeah.
tea,
Isn't
Arizona
it? Isn't it though?
tea.
Isn't it?
Any tea that's been bastardized by the overpond cousins, let's say.
Oh, you don't like a spot of strawberry tea? No, I guess you don't then.
Strawberry.
Why?
I mean,
Blair, I
technically,
saw
when you
your
think about
reaction. Do you have the budget for that?
I don't.
'Cause I don't know if that'll ever happen. Okay,
also correct me if I'm wrong.
it's
If
me
it's
wishful
le-
thinking. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
if it's the leaves of a plant that is being steeped in warm water, and there's fruit in it, isn't it technically tea? So same thing with like how most people just have maybe green tea and then squeeze some lemon in there.
Actually,
It
I
needs
think
to
it's
become
just like, a water-based extraction. So, like even rosehip, which is my favorite tea. It's the fruit of the plant that gets turned into tea, I think.
Yeah. So it's like
We must
I feel-
firstly accept it's a tea. Okay, that's sort of how I will give it a gauge it, basically.
I
Be
see.
sure that when we do eventually conquer other planets in our future endeavors, I will be the first holding up my
I'm
cup.
so glad you
to
said
the
planets and not
alien league.
continents.
Well, I mean, they already
They're
did it.
planets.
I mean, the Europeans already did the continents as it is. Is why stop at one planet? Why stop at one or rather one
Listen.
continent? You can do
Listen.
the whole world.
The moment there was water found on Mars, which there is water on Mars, which is a huge scientific finding, it both became like a rippling effect between France and the British, because whoever plants their fucking beverages first there, like grapes on Martian soil or tea on Martian soil, both are just
I
like,
will
I wonder what it tastes like.
I will never hear of the frogs setting foot on that Martian soil first and
It's gonna
claiming anything of
happen.
their
Oh,
own.
first.
I don't care if the Americans or the Russians or the Indians or whoever gets there first, as long as it's not the French.
Damn. This
I'll
I
be
underst-
honest.
I
There'll be a
underst-
McDonald's on Mars before
We-
the French
yeah, we-
set foot in there.
You know what's funny is we show up, the first astronaut steps foot. This is one small step foot, and you just don't hear anything as his radio cuts off. And then you hear him come back in like, my God. And it's a scene from the Planet of the Apes as he draws back, and there's these golden arches on Martian soil. Would have been there for millennia.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine if aliens had their own version of McDonald's and then you just see Mickey D's is interplanetary?
And it translates at the bottom of your in the bottom of like portion of your eyes, and it says, "Sorry, ice cream machine broke."
Oh
That
no,
is-
the ice cream machine is broken.
Yeah.
Where's your manager? Manager machine broke too.
I believe we are out of paper straws. Con!
I would pay for a McDonald's employee to do just the William Shatner voice or voice work at me every time.
I would like.
LB 11.99.
I'm
Up
just
the next
waiting.
window.
I'm just waiting for some. You know what would make my day? If I went to either a McDonald's or a Burger King, and they'll just be like, and they'll just do a Samuel Jackson impression and be like, "Take your burger, motherfucker!"
Just dynamite.
Yeah, he's your
Dynamite.
tray, motherfucker.
Or it's just like,
Oh, I just,
or like Pulp
I
Fiction.
want like
Mhm.
Oh, Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I want like
Yeah.
got a Barry White. Like here you go, baby. Or like a Bootsy Collins or whatever.
Bootsy
yeah.
Collins! Yabba dabba doozy, baby.
Here's your McDouble. I can't go that low. I'm sorry. I tried.
Or somebody just does
Here's your
a
order,
Sam
baby.
Elliott just be
Yeah.
like, or here's another funny one. Someone just comes as a set with a, they come with the hot like flame grilled burger, and then you just see Sam Elliott. It's flame grilled, just like you ordered.
Baby.
Hang on.
Don't forget
Sam
that. Don't
Elliott.
forget that the baby.
Sam
Uh.
Elliott.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott.
Yes. The only man who can pull
Sam
off.
Elliott.
Yeah, the only man who can pull off the most dapper and manliest mustache ever known. Second to the badass beard of Chuck Norris.
Thank you, Hags.
God, he's been a
Behind his-
cowboy so many times.
He's
Behind
perfect. He also has the perfect cowboy mustache.
Yeah.
Nobody can
I
can
know.
pull off
He's
that
got,
mustache.
Like, the demeanor. I know.
Yeah, it's just some people where they're just like, they were just born to do this. There's no mistaking it,
Him,
and
John
then you
Wayne and
just
Clint Eastwood.
exactly.
Like they're the exemplar cowboys. He was in Roadhouse. Wow.
Yeah.
Behind his beard is only another fist.
Ah, yes, Chuck Norris.
With Chuck
When
Norris.
he does-
Yeah.
When he does push-ups, he pushes the earth down. Or the other one. There was another one where they said, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, the amount of energy used to birth our universe was equal to one CNRK, one Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. So badass.
Norris.
Oh.
Down to infinity. Twice.
He is so
I hear
mad.
You've gotten a gift. You may
Ooh.
want to open it live on stream.
Who's got a gift?
Seth, actually. Yeah. Nothing to be embarrassed about. He's embarrassed. Yes, feet in your embarrassment.
This is what it's all about.
It's not too far off.
If you refund it, I'm coming to London to kick your ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
No, it's not happening.
They will step on you.
And not in the fun way.
That
And
was the
then-
budget. That was the
and then
budget
in
for all my
London.
besties.
Okay.
I-
I need like a microphone prop or something. Like, Seth, how do you feel?
Like she's interviewing him post game.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Post
I'm.
gift. Yes.
I don't. I don't know how to put it into words.
I think the words you're looking for is thank you.
It's thank you, definitely, but my Britishness, I can't accept this.
Oh, but you have to, because if you didn't,
you give
it would
him-
be. You're going to be rejecting it, and it would hurt my feelings.
You'd be
Because-
rejecting
Yeah,
it.
that's why. And now I'm feeling like a bad person.
No, it's
Look.
good if you keep it. It makes me happy.
Yeah, just accept the
Did you
gift,
give
man.
him like $4.20 or like $6.90 or something?
With a bunch of feet pics. No, just kidding.
5 golden rings and 20 feet pics.
The what now? What's
Oh God, yes. Get him addicted.
On the first day of Christmas, we got our video game addiction.
Yeah, I just sent him something
See,
for his video game.
He's
addiction.
sure. You guys have, if I've talked about Roy and Steve before from that old wargaming store I used to go to with Northern Exile, the Hobby Nightmare thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for one of those guys, used to, as a joke, find me like the cheapest unicorn game they could find on Steam and then gift it to me, like absolutely shit games.
Why though?
And be like, hey, happy Christmas. I was like, okay. Wait, hang on. If I don't open it, I can just send it back to you. And for like a year or 3, we used to like send each other like the most shit cheap games that we could find. Just so like in like this eternal game of chicken, like who's gonna last the longest?
And how long has this been going on?
It lasted 3 years until I have Tokitori 2 or something. And I was just like, I can't be asked to just shift this around. I sent him like a few unicorn gangs in response in like revenge and like Barbies, whatever, for like $1.
Oh.
And he never responded either. It's like, okay, I guess we call it a draw.
Bobby's the one that finally broke him.
It is my
Surprise.
unicorn something.
Watch as he just actually plays the game on his spare time.
No, I mean, I say no, but they have this weird obsession with like Steam cards. Like their Steam account, I don't get why people want their Steam account so high. Or how the fuck, like I've had a Steam account since Left 4 Dead 1, right? Like Counter-Strike or whatever. Like I've had it for years and years and years. My Steam level is, let me just check, 19 or something? Oh, level 20, okay. They have it in like the couple hundreds, and I'm like, how? Oh, I collect cards and like do all the events and stuff. Like, oh my god.
I mean,
Like,
it's called.
how?
Well, I mean, for most
Why?
people. Well, I mean, for some people, it's dedication. It's just like it's a matter of just like, hey, I spend most of my
Obsession at
time
this
here.
point.
Yeah, but then also like people like collectibles, and most people like consistency with certain. Like if there's certain challenges in the community too, because remember, Steam is also a community too. People like to challenge them, especially since they're gamers, and gamers tend to be competitive. So it makes sense.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, he's very competitive, but usually when it comes to politics, he's also vegetarian, so he's super annoying at times. And he's a programmer, so, you know, a vegetarian programmer. He's very self-entitled. But, by the way, Roy or Steve, if you're watching this, hey!
Shout out quickly.
Hate you and love you too.
Oh,
Thank you for the 420
Oh,
review, son.
God.
I mean, Hex, get out
Seth,
doing it.
we're just so interchangeable. It's
the
like we're like
twins.
we're me and Seth are the Wonder
It's the
Twins.
E sound. It's Seth Hex. Seth Hex.
yeah.
I still
Seth
don't
needs
get
to
it.
change his name.
No, I still don't get it. How do you get those two confused? They don't sound anything alike.
Oh no.
Well, I was also reading your DM when I was trying to respond.
Yeah, Hex is
That-
just easier to say.
You hear that? We're interchangeable. You and I, Seth. We're the same person. We even sound the same.
Yeah, you fit into each other.
Pause.
So Seth's
I don't know. I don't know if his wife is okay with any of that. Like, at
What?
all.
Baby, I'm
They
being
might like
told I'll
watching,
fit
and
into
not in
another
a cup
man.
way.
Pause.
Yeah.
Drink
I
my
said
coffee.
not. I said not in a cuck way.
Yeah. Oh, I was just making sure because I was just like, I feel like we're venturing into territory that shouldn't be ventured into.
Listen, balls in their court is like, oh,
Nah, balls in there.
because I've done that before. Like,
Excuse me, I have.
Mm.
Like, yeah, oh, yeah, my partner's been naughty or whatever, or you deserve this. Here's someone else.
Wow.
On me, I have the humor of a 12-year-old.
Of course you do.
You have the what of a 12-year-old? A femur?
The
Humor.
Why would I have a?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
That's what I heard. I'm half deaf.
We need to get you some bionic implants.
beam is not
yeah,
from.
I could use those.
You
Oh, the
femur,
bleed
I
through,
femur,
like over
you
Seth's mic
she-
is like
femur.
very real.
I think it's just Discord. Messing with Windows stuff because it's just like every time I've noticed this. Every time they update, they always tamper with the settings that you have. So annoying.
What windows are you talking about, Nomad? There's no windows around
Likely.
here. It's just a program. Come on, man. God, Nomad.
You know what
So,
I mean.
shall... Oh. Sorry, delay, guys. So, shall we get started?
Yeah. All right. So
We've stretched
Every-
long enough for Cody to be here, but,
it's okay. If he shows, right?
He's with us in spirit.
Mm-hmm. So, where we last left off, the 6 of you, including Cody, were on your way home on top of your very nice fishing boat, which after a while turned not so nice as a few fish people alongside what appeared to be the equivalent of their attack dogs decided to unfortunately attack your boat, carving big furrows and trying to take chunks out of your boat, trying to sink your ship and pull you out into the ocean to do God knows what to you, probably eat you. But thankfully you fought them off with relative ease after a little bit of struggle, and after they had run away and you had taken one hostage slash I'm not sure prisoner, but you brought them along. You found out a little bit about their culture and where they're at least stationed, and then after you had made it to the harbor of Beer's End where you moored yourselves, possibly each either. Oh, god damn it, Quiddy.
Right. Sorry, could I cut in just a second? Because we're not just gonna breeze past what just happened like it didn't just... Why was Cody bouncing around my screen just a second ago?
Oh, that just never mind.
Oh, you okay, Maddie? Got it.
what did I do?
don't know.
What?
We saw on your stream that Cody, the little Cody thing, appeared all over it, and we're like, what do we redeem that?
Yeah.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
No way it summoned him too.
Wow.
It did. It
Yeah, because I knew he was on his ways, and I wanted to, like, introduce him. And he went like, hello!
We
Hello.
were-
He is here. We just started, actually.
Yeah, we're just finishing up the recap where essentially you held a fishman
Whee!
person hostage in
Ah,
prison.
fantastic.
And then skipping over the gory details of interrogation.
The torture porn, yeah.
Eh. Um,
It's not torture porn. It's just regular torture.
the porn comes after.
Yeah,
But-
it
No.
depends on how you look at it.
Isn't
Oh
it?
my god. So after letting him go back, tossing him back into the ocean, you all find yourselves back here at the harbor. Where it is at the moment, I think, based on what I would remember from the last adventure, I believe it should be closer to the evening where the sun has already dipped down. It is kind of dark, but you are thankfully here in safe harbor here in Beer's End.
We have to go apologize about the boat.
Why? I'm fixing it.
Oh yeah. Actually, well, I mean, first off, Foster is an artificer, and he did say he would essentially be mending. And the way mending kind of works, yeah, it's not
Wait,
good
he's
as
using
neat.
magic to fix up this boat?
I mean, he was doing it while you guys were.
That's just cheating.
Well, you got the patch job, and then, you did the patch job so it didn't sink, and then now I put it back together.
As long as the boat is fixed, I don't think there's a real issue.
I just
Yeah.
didn't want
Okay,
fisherman
fine.
guy
Go-
yelling
go
at
ahead.
us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as the boat is fixed, there shouldn't be an issue, right?
I hope so. Oh, hey, Rider Zero. And Palladium, I see you.
Oh wait, where's Palladium?
It's night, you said? Because I was kind of like planning to look for a loot. Were we not already going to like, Artemis Falk? No. What the fuck his name is? Ekron Falk.
Artemis Falk.
Artie Falk. No, it was Nex, yeah, if I recall correctly. Nex is the one who gave you guys this job to look for
Oh.
Oglik. It's up to you guys if you guys decide to head now, because it is the evening. He might be asleep, he might be doing other things you don't know, but for now, it is up to you guys what you want to do. You guys have had a long journey, for a bunch of different reasons, of course. So the real question is now that you've moored the boat here, you guys are on the pier itself. You guys obviously tossed already your prisoner back into the water. It's just the question of which direction you guys would like to head.
Sleep.
Well, first and foremost, we should probably drop off this mission and get paid.
Yeah, I'd rather
Huh.
not be wandering around with a corpse.
Oh,
So we
did you?
still didn't we still have his dead body?
Yes.
Oh, I
We
got
had
you.
the other
We
one's
can-
dead body, yeah.
I
We're
forgot you
weekend and
guys had
burning
body.
him.
Damn.
At least, yeah, we should bring the deceased east, and then
You
give them.
might
And then
fetch a fine price at the market. Who,
should we though?
you know, I
Matilda.
don't know. Yeah, what?
We don't sell corpses, I don't think. But that's
Well, we're
Doesn't
not
sound good.
selling the corpse. This is just proof that we found them.
she mentioned a market.
And, oh, well, then let's just
I mean,
stuff them in a
technically
body
it is a
bag so we
fish,
don't
man,
bother
yeah?
anyone.
Well, actually, if we are
Oh.
selling him at the market, whoever buys his body normally there's a sign of a necromancer about, which means I have a duty to uphold.
Oh, we're talking about the fish person.
No, we're talking
No,
about
we're talking about
It is.
Baldy.
It's a fish.
No,
No, the
we're
fish
not
is
talking
thrown
about
back.
the fish.
The fish was thrown back by the other
Oh,
fish man.
okay.
Remember?
Okay.
We're talking about the our dead mage friend. Although, should we head to Ekram, pick up a box for him, and then
okay.
drop him
no,
off?
I was completely wrong about that.
Oh, completely
I thought it was the body
different
that Dusk
corpse.
was picking up.
Different corpse. Which is a bit
okay.
unhinged when you think about it.
Very.
You guys are unhinged for even like, hey,
What,
you
in
know, we
our
should bring a
profession?
pine box, like a gift wrapping box. I'm like, Jesus
No.
Christ, this isn't a present.
No,
Yeah, I was
put it
gonna
in
say-
a body bag. Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ.
Right now,
Yeah.
he's curled up in his cloak, like that he was wearing. It's like a
I
literal
don't
bag
even know
of.
if they make plastic in this universe.
I don't even know how
Yeah,
we fit him in there.
Yeah,
To be
well,
honest
yeah,
with you.
course
body
they do.
bag. Like,
It would be made of leather.
His knees are touching his
yeah, oh,
cheeks.
that's
That's how
heavy.
we folded him in there.
I mean, I'm not too pressed about it.
Right,
I'm just here to deliver the mission.
I don't know. I just like to respect the
Listen.
dead a bit more than folding him in half and then half again and then
I
stuffing
want
him into
to get
his coat.
paid,
Pat the body
so
bag.
we
and say,
can
"Oh,
deliver the body to where we need to go. Yeah,
All right,
body bag or
I'll
not,
grab,
I don't care. We just
I grabbed the bag. I
could
grabbed
just-
the makeshift bag and I start making my way to Ekram.
I follow.
lift it over Bacon. You're too small to lift such a bag.
I'm quite literally heave it over my shoulder with no issue.
Okay,
Actually,
fine.
I
you
forgot.
want to lift
Sorry,
the body?
sorry.
That's fine.
I forgot. I'm exhausted. I try to lift it over my shoulder,
Yes.
but that shit's heavy.
I just
And-
grabbed.
I don't want to admit that I was wrong, so I'm just gonna start dragging it on the floor instead.
I just face palm.
I
I just
one
face
hand
palm,
pick.
and I just face palm. Just look back into the sea, and and decide, maybe I should drown into. Maybe I should consider drowning while they're arguing like idiots.
Okay, look here. Okay,
I look at Arvad and I one hand pick up Dusk by like the scrap of his neck and put him on over Bacon.
look. If
Do
any of
the
you
same for the body,
complain,
and then I just like
any of
take
you-
Bacon's lead is like, you just rest up, okay? We'll go to an inn after this.
Please.
any of you are complaining about my grim cosplay as Dark Santa, okay? It doesn't bring you presents, but probably bring Grandma back from the edge, if you know what I mean. Look,
Oh God.
look,
You're
okay.
edging Grandma?
Listen,
The what?
I just, oh god. I just
hear
turned
what you
back to
want to
Dusk
hear,
and say,
don't you?
look, I know you're a teenager and all, and you like to be edgy, but this is not the time, okay? Have some respect for the dead.
Why?
I will. Dewey Griffin slowly turn my head and look at you
Oh, no,
with
your
those
head
words
be stuck
coming out
like
of your
that, then.
mouth, understanding what what I do for a living. I do nothing but
What you do for a
respect.
living? You've never told me!
I do nothing but respect the dead. Okay, tips fedora in the way of the graveyard. Okay, I am
I
very
could tell
respectful
when
of
you
corpses.
drag a body across the cobblestones.
He's a
Look,
very devout follower.
I what can I say? I'm just
He's
Evidently.
very devoted, but not very clever.
I mean, you know what happens when you
anyhow.
dump your intelligence net.
No, yeah.
My
I feel attacked.
intelligence isn't. Oh yeah, my intelligence is dumped as a motherfucker on this character. I forgot. Never mind.
Oh.
I'm not gonna admit you're right, but you were right.
So, so we're
That
having this
burns saying it.
conversation along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. We've thrown the body over Bacon, and, you know, Foster has dollar signs in his eyes.
Yeah. I just want
He's
to
riding his cow.
I want a majority vote because I'll say yes. We were definitely having this conversation while you guys were talking. The real or walking and talking. The real question is where were you guys going? That's what I want to know.
Ekram.
I'm going to Ekram. Sorry, I was going to go to Ekram to pick up a
we
box
were
for his
supposed
friend.
to, I believe, deliver the body to Ekram, yeah?
No. We're delivering it to Nex, but the presentation dictates he needs a box. The cheapest box, obviously.
Why do we even need a box?
Well, I mean, he's a dead body, and if he is going to be buried at some point, we should at least give him a proper means to be buried.
No.
I could
Better-
dig
better
a hole in like seconds,
no-
and we can just
no!
throw his body in there.
That. I put my hand over Foster's mouth. We don't need the box. But you're right, we should go to Ekram because he's the gravekeeper and he knows what to do with bodies, yeah? Arvad, could you go and get our contact and get them to come to Ekram's to confirm that we have the body and that we are putting it into repose? That you are being
Okay.
respectful about
Okay.
it.
I'll do it.
It does help cut things down.
Yeah, I'll go see
it
our
will be a
contact and
more
let them know what
diplomatic
happened.
approach.
Yeah.
Arvad, if he isn't at his house, he might be at the tavern.
All right, I'll go there.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, then I'll just go to the tavern and meet him.
He might be there. This is 2 locations, which he possibly could
Just
be.
don't stay at the tavern and drink yourself into an early grave, okay?
Well, considering my luck, I couldn't die even if you gave me all the alcohol in the world. At this point.
Hey, look,
Right,
he's-
okay. Foster, would you like to
he's
go with
likely-
Arvad?
He's likely at home, but there's a small possibility, okay, that he could be in the tavern. To the tavern.
Well, if we're going to the tavern, well, I have my own things that I need to do. I need to find some metal, make armor, and take a break.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Fair enough.
I turn to Zerulia and I say, okay, Zerulia, will you go with Arvad?
I will.
I'll
I'm
bring
not
the
going
body to Ekram.
I'm not going to drink. Just for the record.
I
Why
give
not?
him
You
the
say that all the
I
time,
give,
though.
I give him the dirtiest side eye.
Don't you give me that. Don't you give me that look.
The
Don't you
DM
sass me,
god
boy.
himself. The DM himself rolls his eyes.
He
Why
just
wouldn't you drink? You're at a tavern.
Ooh.
why do you have to hurt me? Must you hurt me?
Oh.
After the long day that we've had, also in regards to the DM, I just feel this sudden sense of just like why do I have this urge that somebody is watching me and just rolling their eyes in disappointment?
You sneeze, huh. Oh, that's what I must be talking about. Weirdly.
The stars in the sky begin to slowly but surely align as the cosmos, begins to spell out content hashtag.
Look, he says the words. Look, I'm a firm believer in sobriety, and then all of a sudden the lunar eclipse happens.
And then somebody just looks at somebody just looks at it and he's just like, what happened to all the alcohol? I drank it. Okay.
Good
So-
times though.
Just to sum it up, just to make sure I understand what's going on. Arvad and Zerulia, the both of you are going at the moment for your first destination. At the very least, you are going to Nexus House, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then the rest of you are going to Ekram's to get him the cheapest fine pine boxes.
Of course, cardboard
I'm
if
actually
possible,
just
but
going
you
to
know.
deliver it to Ekram. He
Yeah,
can put
just
it
give
in
him
like a
the damn
slab or something because the body needs to be inspected.
Okay, so
He can put
Unlike-
it in
who
his
better
own,
to
in
do
his
that
own
than-
box.
He can put
Okay,
it
look.
in a box afterwards. That's not a problem.
Look,
He's
for
like
religious-
the
right.
one who inspects bodies. I want to
For
know
my
how he
own
died.
for my own religious purposes, I'll put him in the pine wood box. Okay, keeping him there is a good
Listen, you
idea.
can do that after I leave, okay?
I mean, we all know how he
I
died.
just want
though.
to go. No, I want to get paid. I want to get a loot, and then I want to get drunk and get my rocks off.
I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand what that has to do with anything. Putting him in a box at Ekram's, though.
Listen, it's
Well,
being. I don't want to be there when you put him in a box. I don't want to pay for it.
You squeamish around bodies all of a sudden?
No, she simply has better things to do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's no one of
Hmm.
my tribe. Why should I care? I'm being
Yeah.
respectful by bringing the body to a graveyard keeper. Like, he should take care of it, not me.
Yeah.
You just want to get late.
Yeah.
At least he's honest.
I
Cody,
mean,
you're not beating the allegations that you're not asexual. I'm telling you.
He must be the most active asexual I think I've ever seen.
my God.
Yeah.
Right?
Look, I like
Oh,
the
God.
hoarding.
All right.
If
Since
you think you're
a
not
maj-
asexual.
That is not what asexuality is.
Oh,
so,
that is not
so-
asexual, Bubba.
I am not
There.
here to explain. I am here to play a character.
No,
I'm not here to explain, I'm here to game.
Moving on.
So, since the majority of us are heading to Ekram's, I'm going to start with that party, okay? But essentially, we'll say after about 20 30 minutes, you guys do manage to reach a point where, because technically it's on the same road from the road that leads from out of Beerzen, you do go actually, funny enough, through Ekram's area, and then all the way to the pier. It's the same road, it's the same long road, but with you three, you guys stick around while Zerulia and Glitter continue to walk down the road towards the town itself.
Me too.
So, I'm gonna start with the three of you. So, what are you guys doing? Are you guys knocking on the door? Are you guys just calling out? Are you setting a fire to Ekram's house? How are you guys getting his attention? Because it is nighttime, so.
That second one sounds interesting.
That third one
It's not
sounds
time.
interesting.
That second one will solve the problem of that issue.
I just start
If his
like,
house
full
on
on
fire,
just like
that'll wake him up.
bonking on his door.
Gotcha, like normal people, thank God. Some Matilda. You go ahead and wrap your fingers against the wood.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was like,
There's no-
Ekram!
you call
I have a
out.
body here for you. I hope it's. I know it's late, but no other place to go with it.
It does take a few seconds, but you do hear an answer and say a body, and then you see after a few more, the door begin to creak open, and he peeks through, light coming through the windows of his home. You could clearly see through the crack both Ekram as well as what was it, Book? I think his name was
What
Book.
is his new name?
Yeah, we nicknamed
Well-
him Book, yeah.
Yeah, Book sitting around a table by the looks of things, and they look like they were in the midst of eating dinner. He looks you up and down before he completely begins to actually open the door to you and ushers you in if you'd like.
Alright, before you say anything, he was dead when we got him.
It's like,
It's totally
of
above
course
board.
he was dead before. What?
I mean,
Why
you
do
don't
need
just-
to say this. Like,
I mean, you don't just knock at someone's... Do you knock at someone's door late at night and say, hey, we got a dead body with us?
listen,
Without
I
it-
do for the gravekeeper.
Explaining? I mean, yeah,
Don't
but
do
give him
that
a
for
bit...
a random person. No, what? You little psychopath.
I'm the psychopath.
Listen, Ekram, I do apologize for disturbing you to so late, but we just came back from the floating island in the mist, and this was the wizard that we were looking for. I'm sorry, guys, his name escapes me.
Oh,
But
Good.
this is the one that we were looking for. Unfortunately, they did not make it. Could you maybe put him on a slab or take care of it, whatever is custom here? Normally, I think we sent Cerulia and Arvad off to find their associate to verify, their whereabouts and their unfortunate fate. What do you do after with that? I leave it entirely up to you.
Alright, just fill out the paperwork, and he gives you a small sheet of paper that he seems to have conjured up out of his robes, and he also gives you a small book to use kind of as a back, so you can start writing with ink and quill and pen.
I take the paper
I'll-
and I'll look it over. I'll nod my head and
Fine. Dusk, you
Yep,
want to
it's-
fill it in or what?
I lean over so he can't see what I'm about to say to her. I can't read this.
I knew it.
forgot you're
I
still a
fucking
toddler.
knew it. I fucking knew it. I didn't want to say anything because I wanted you to, hit the punchline, but damn it.
I didn't
just
say anything
take
because I
the
wanted
paper
to look
and, just give,
smart.
this blank fucking stare.
This poor boy.
You just take the paper and Jeff feel it. It's like, just another day in the life of Dusk. And I start filling it in completely. I have a few questions. What does this, do we need to sign base one and the back of it, or just the normal sort of banter? But yeah. Oh, hey, Color Strike.
Yeah, what's this part about our eternal souls? This is.
It-
You can't even read.
I'm not. he's just
I elbow
imagining.
you
it
and I
says
say,
that.
shut up. Just the rest on the board, okay? You can't even read.
So, I mean, it's just a very basic filling out form of who's gonna, pick up the body, who's most likely paying for, essentially the equivalent of impounding a body here because he can't just hold on to it. It's just a little bit of information of who brought the body, things like that. That way he's above board and cannot get in trouble. But after it takes you,
fully understandable.
yeah, it takes all of a minute or two for you to fill it out until it's literally just, and
that's
you
just,
filled it out.
Yeah, just standard form.
After you do that, he does take it. He reads it for a moment and he says, "Good. Where is the body? Do you have it? Are you guys? It's in the portable hole, right? Yeah, out of character.
No, I lay it over bacon.
Oh yeah, of course. And he he proceeds to
Don't
like.
worry, I'll bring it in.
I appreciate the effort, and he actually like begins. There was this initially. I've described beforehand, but I don't know if anyone remembers. But there was another room here on the floor that was like kind of locked off from the rest of the open concept home here. He leads you to it, Matilda, and it is a heavy stone door that he does put in a key from within his robes to unlock. You hear the click, and he opens it up, and you see what appears to be several different slabs, like one against the far off wall, which seems to be empty. There does appear to be blood kind of unfortunately strewn about the top of it. And then two more slabs. These are occupied by different bodies, both looking like they may have died relatively recently. They are clearly of a lot, what's the word I'm looking for? Of age. They're very, very old. And he seems to be in the process of, getting them prepped and ready for tomorrow or something, as they are wearing suits, very much kind of like have their arms crossed around them while their fluids are being drained. It looks almost like a nightmare laboratory, but this is a morgue, so maybe not necessarily. If you're not necessarily used to this, you have to at the very least understand what he's trying to do here, or what he's doing.
Yeah.
He asks you to place it on the
embalming
empty
fluids and stuff and drainages and.
Mhm.
Yeah, I lay the body down on a empty spot that he points at.
He points the one out, and you lay him down, and he says, "I appreciate that. Bodies aren't exactly known for being light."
No, no problem at all. It's all part of what we have to do, so. Well, Ikram, if it's okay with you, we'll wait here for a bit until, our quest giver, our contact comes over and verifies the body, and then we'll be out of your hair.
You're staying, and it sounds like you could see his eyebrow raised.
Just briefly. Just
How
briefly. They're already
briefly?
underway, so trust me, I want nothing else but a warm bath and like a soft bed right now. So I don't want to be in any trouble. I'll even wait outside if you want.
I mean, sure. I guess you could be in here. And he seems a little defeated by that, but he does allow you to stay in here. But don't expect me to stop eating my dinner. And he proceeds to kind of like shuffle away after
not
closing
at
the
all,
door
of
behind you guys. So he proceeds to close the door, and then he proceeds to kind of like leave you guys awkwardly to your own devices, just standing in the middle of his home while he sits down with Book. Who, by the way, Book has been like staring at all of you for the like last 5 to 10 minutes of however long this took. And then after Akram decides to sit down, he sees Book kind of just continuously staring. He says, "That's rude. Get back to eating. Get your strength." And then Book immediately says, "Yes, sir," and he immediately begins back to gobbling down their dinner. So, with that, I will say, with this kind of still going on, I'm gonna go over right now to Zerulia and Arvad. So the both of you are kind of walking by yourselves down the streets, going straight to Nexus House. Thankfully, you kind of already visited before, so it takes you a few moments, but you then get reoriented and find his home. I'm guessing one of the two of you is gonna knock on the door.
I'll do
Go
it.
ahead. Oh, go ahead.
I just knock on the door. I just knock on the door, and I'm just like, and I just yell, "Next!"
There's no immediate response.
Quick, he's having a heart attack. Break down the door.
Wait,
I
isn't this is that the
It's
second
not.
time you guys break down the door?
We are not breaking down the door again.
We look around for lights.
Yeah. You've seen that there is at least one light up on the second floor.
Just
Coming
knock
through
on.
the window.
I just knock on the door once more. See if you can hear it.
This time it takes a few moments. I'd say probably like 2 or 3 seconds before you hear shuffling on the other side, and after a few more seconds, he does actually. You see a door just begin to creak open, and you see Nex's cat eye just streaming through the little inch of the doorway that leaves open, and he says, yeah, of course, come in," and he finally pushes the door open. You could see he's got full on from head to toe what appears to be his little long night shift that almost looks like a potato sack. And he is wearing a little crooked cap that looks like it's kind of like just above his ears. It's all just white colored, but he does appear like he was getting ready for bed.
Okay. I motioned for Arvad to be quiet for a second. And I wait until the door is closed before turning to Nex and saying, I have some unfortunate news, Nex.
Nope. You know what? Nope. No. I mean, I know I paid you, and I'm gonna pay you, but no. He's okay. He's
Nex,
okay.
I am very sorry to tell you this, but he is over at Ekram Falk's place.
If you could see a cat man like him visibly deflate, the both of you see that in him right now, as he did lead you into his living room, and he sat down with you, and the straight back way that he was against the upholstery of his couch, he just begins to sink, unfortunately. You see a little bit of him die, unfortunately, as you tell him this news. He stays quiet. Oh, go ahead.
I say I kneel beside him as he sinks, and I don't say anything. I just sort of sit with him.
He stays quiet for almost a full minute. He does say, can I be alone for a moment?
Of course.
Yep. Take the time you need it.
All right, I leave out the front door with Arvad, and I guess we're gonna just stand on the front and see if he comes around after a few minutes.
For the next 30 seconds, up to you if you guys decide to intervene or say something or do anything. But you do hear loud crashes and thuds of what sounds like furniture just being upturned, possibly being splintering and breaking, as most of this furniture you did see inside his house was made of wood or, his pottery and ceramic, and you just hear a cacophony of all this to some degree, most likely being broken within his house.
I don't make any moves to go back inside. I just sort of sigh and look at the ground. It's like, this is unfortunate.
Well, grief does that. Grief does that to you.
I nod.
Poor guy.
Poor cat person. So, mind you, it only goes on for a brief moment, 30 seconds. And then for another 30, just dead quiet. You then proceed to hear what sounds like feet shuffling against wood as it gets closer and closer to the door, which I'm sure were kind enough to close behind you. He proceeds to open it, and just puffy-eyed, red-eyed face, he comes up to you and he says, give me a moment, I'm gonna get my shoes. And he proceeds to close the door. He goes to get his shoes. He is... What's the word I'm looking for? He is following the both of you to Akram's place. clearly very broken up by the news that you've given him. And yeah, he's almost following you around like unfortunately a lost puppy.
I unfortunately make it worse.
Please don't.
Go-
Man
go
is
ahead.
suffering.
No,
Man is suffering enough.
she's all about practicality. Now, next, I have to tell you, the body looked like it had been out for a while. I just want to brace you for what you might see when you get there.
He stays really quiet, and he just like looks at you and nods. You think he heard you, but he may not have listened, and you kind of understand that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna force you to roll an insight check for that.
All right, that's all I say to him on the way there. Just she likes to prepare people.
So it does take you about 10 minutes to get back to the rest of the party, but when you guys go to wrap your hands on Ekram's door, getting their attention, all of you inside hear this. He opens the door and he shuffles inside after the both of you do so, and he says, where's Oglik? Probably the first words he's spoken since you guys' 10-minute journey here.
I look to 4 and 2, Dusk and Matilda.
At this point,
He's inside. Come, follow us.
Ekram begins to get up from the table. He once again goes to unlock the stone door to the room, and he turns over to Nex and he says, "Yeah, good. It's good to see you, but I wish it was under better circumstances." And Nex just nods. So he opens the door. He leads you in. All of you, for those who want to join in, but it's gonna get crowded really fast if you guys all just start piling into that room. He does lead next to the body of Oglik, who's unfortunately, like I said, hole in his chest, completely cavity open, just laying there. And once he kind of catches that, Nex begins to kind of like tilt over, almost like he's about to fall over before he almost like catches himself, from falling over, and he just goes up to the stone work where he's laid down on, and he's just lost. For a good 30 seconds, he is just lost, looking at the body of his friend. He looks at the rest of you and he says, I'll pay you tomorrow.
I look to the others to see if they're okay with that, because I'm nodding like I'm fine with that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, I missed something that's for you.
I'm gonna be outside, laying a pipe.
So absolutely in the cut.
Going on?
I think Nomad's having a party. But yeah, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my dad just came in for a second.
No worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I was just gonna say though, he does say, I'm gonna be here a few minutes. I hope that's all right, Ekram. Ekram just, kind of like nods, like he's kind of used to this. Just take as long as you need. Sorry. Take as long as you need. And then he proceeds to kind of shuffle out the room, and he kind of begins to kind of shoo the rest of you away. Like, get out. The little tiny room.
I get out of there.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
We just leave.
Gotcha. So he proceeds to close the door to the room, and then he turns to the rest of you and he says, "They're not always grateful at first for what you've done, but it'll take time, and eventually I'm sure they'll see this blessing for what you've given them. Or they'll see this as the blessing as you have given them."
Of course, of course.
I nod. I nod in agreement.
I'm just sort of watching the door of the little room that Nex is in. I feel bad for him, and I don't know what to do. But I also kind of nod a little absently.
Yeah.
Go get some rest. I'll keep them company.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be
Thank you,
going to
Elton.
the inn then.
Yeah.
He nods, and just for the sake of brevity, we've already discussed this to the rest of the people who are watching right now. They have already leveled up because we did manage to discuss that towards the end, and I was gonna give them the level. So all of you have leveled up. You already should have the level already taken care of. I hope.
Level
Not
6.
Because I'm not gonna slow down the game just to get leveling done. So, with exhaustion and a heavy heart from all of you from having kind of seen that, all of you go to bed. Actually, I'm guessing you guys are going back to Ignelli's place, right? The Lazy Stock.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure you don't, for some reason, go to the other one. Alright, you guys go back to where you've bedded down before. Ignelli welcomes you in. Once again, reading to her clientele of children. And you find yourselves nodding off the bed. After, of course, you do your small few things, such as drink to yourselves, talk amongst yourselves, just trying to gloss over it for the next day. Unless you guys have something you'd like to do particularly.
I think I'm just going to go to bed early.
Yeah, like, if we haven't eaten yet, I'll eat, but otherwise, yeah. I think I'll just go to bed.
I'm gonna do a prayer ritual, like just off to myself somewhere, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah.
What about you, Dusk? What are you doing tonight?
Right.
Like the Batman, as they all leave the building, I've already gone.
God damn it.
Next thing you know, we're just gonna see him perched on the top of the freaking tavern, with his cloak just floating in the wind.
Billowing.
Okay, so you wouldn't
Heroically.
believe how accurate that is. Yes, that's what I'm currently doing.
I didn't know it. Just
We need to get you a cloak of billowing.
yeah. Then we just also hear the what's it called? We just hear just dramatic music in there, and then just a streak of lightning just coming like.
A clear sky. There's not a cloud in sight. Where the fuck is that thunder coming from? Prestidigitation.
Oh, you fucking...
We interrupt this program to bring you dramatic tension.
So, with all of you more or less going to bed, including you, Dusk, you can't fool me. You're exhausted.
Oh no, I'm falling asleep on this roof like I normally do.
You do like that roof. Man, I can't wait for one of these days when I just decide to fuck with you and be like, and it begins to rain.
Or the roof can't support you, and there you go.
Blizzard.
Rain and blizzard. Some
And
more
then,
fog shenanigans.
And then of course we have the tried and true bird poop.
Hey, this character can get no lower. Okay, this is his low point. Oh wait, but look at that. There's a basement to this low point.
Mean being with us is a low point? Fuck you!
No, of course not. I wouldn't say that.
Damn!
One of you.
No, but you
Most of
implied
you.
it.
No, actually, two of you. Two of you. Yeah, it's definitely two of you. This is. I didn't think it'd get lower than this, but oh boy.
You
I
got
just tell
problems.
Foster
Imagine
to turn up the volume tonight.
you got problems. Imagine how I feel. And mind you, you guys have only scratched the surface, or barely.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right. So with all of you having bedded down and you greet the morning, all of you having breakfast together, talking amongst yourselves, what would you all like to do? I'm assuming you're all going eventually to Nexus Place. The question is are you guys just beelining it there after breakfast, or what are you guys? Do you guys have any plans, or is there something you guys would like to do? Because otherwise, I could just.
Foster's in search for metal and components to make armor. He's not really interested in going over the whole my best friend or my friend is dead.
No, that's big fair. I mean,
I'll go
he
with
does
it.
have your payment, but you'll get that eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'll go with him. And Zerulia was really good at haggling, so I might just ask them to tag along with us.
I'm going to go and check on Nex.
I accept. I'm tagging along.
All right. Arvad and Zerulia, you're both going to tag in and look on next. And Foster, I'm guessing you're just going to the market just to look for components and stuff for your beginning to start business of crafting and repairing metallic
I
and
think they
metals and other
accept
things.
going with us.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Zerulia would
Agreed.
be. That's
Oh, wait. Sorry, my bad. So Zerulia is going with the three of you? Or with the two of you?
I'm gonna help haggle.
I think
Ah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, and then I guess this. Then Arvad, you're going by yourself. Okay, fair enough. And then what
Yeah.
about you, Dusk? You're the last one. Where are you going?
This roof is fine.
Just sunbathing on the roof. Got it.
I'm just gonna catch another
Oh my god.
8 hours if I can.
I want to see the cold embrace of my future grave, so I'm going to lay in a ditch.
No, I'm very tired, so I'm just gonna sleep through this day too.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Seth,
hello,
or-
carefree
sorry.
dragon.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
What'd you
Sorry.
pull?
Oh, Tyrannomon number 1. 4-star silver. We got like
Nice.
12 new lore cards, by the way.
cool.
So there's about 20 that you haven't pulled yet. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just replying to somebody's question. Anyways, what was it? So with the three of you going to the market, three of you going to the market, Dusk sunbathing on the roof, and Arvad. I'm gonna stick with Arvad because he's the one who's getting your payment, which I think is kind of important. So
Yeah.
Arvad, for the sake of brevity, you make it to Nexus' house. You knock, and unfortunately, it does take him a little bit longer than normal after you knock twice, 3 times. But he does calm down, still looking fairly depressed, of course. He looks to you and he says, "Oh, yeah, I left the bag here." And in the entranceway, there's a little what appears to be a table and a mirror that seems to be above it. And on top of that table, you can see what appears to be a bag. He says, "That over there is your payment. Just go ahead and take it." And he looks like he leaves the doorway and goes into the living room. He
Yeah.
kind of leaves you to your own devices. So
I grab the payment, but I also just go up to X and just say, "I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry for your loss. I wish we could have done something more to bring him home alive."
I'm just glad he's. I guess.
May I also just leave some small words, as someone who has also experienced loss.
He does perk up, and obviously he doesn't perk up like in excitement, but he does start paying attention to you. Like he's now actually actively listening.
The pain of loss is indescribable. Doesn't truly go away, but it becomes easier to bear with time. And the only reason it hurts so much is because the people that we lost left a great impact on us. I think if your friend was still with us right now, he would want you to keep living the best you could.
He he takes a solid minute to think about that, and he just kind of turns back to you after he looked away for a moment to consider your words, and he does nod and say, "Thank you."
Of course. I then take my leave.
Yeah. Oh, so since you didn't technically go in before the day before, you could see his entire living room. His his table seems to be smashed in the middle. There does appear to be overturned different parts of the couch, as well as soft chairs that have just been overturned. So, one of them particularly broken. His one small bookshelf that was tall has been kind of tossed down, books kind of strewn about all over the floor. And appears to be one of the little ficus plants that was on top of it. The ceramic is just broken, and now the unfortunate plant is just now there laying down and dying. Yeah, his living room's a mess right now.
Yeah, that's not important. How's the floating table doing?
Broken in the middle. I told you.
God damn, no!
It is floating, but it is broken in the middle. Of all the details, that's the one you remember? God damn it.
Well, to be fair, I did have to get him and Zerulia away from that table. So,
true.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. With Arvad being, by the way, if you want to, you could open the bag and you'll see it has 300 gold pieces in there.
Just look in the bag, just close it, and then I then proceed back to the tavern.
Gotcha. You're making your way back to the tavern. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, for the purposes of this, I'm gonna get to you guys in a moment. Foster, Matilda, and Zerulia. For the purposes of this, you guys now have completed the quest. You guys have gotten paid. I do have something, so you guys technically have a miniature set of downtime. But I do have something for you. 2 somethings. It's just a question of what you guys just pursue. Okay?
Right.
Alright. But before all that, let's get to shopping. So, Foster, you're just looking for just metal pieces, components. What are you? Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Cody!
God, sorry, I was looking at a video about a tiny little rover that could. Anyway, what was the question?
What are you looking? Were you looking for anything specific in your shopping?
I'm literally I'm looking for iron, like either plate iron or ingots.
Okay, it's not too hard to find ingots in particular in the market, especially if you go speak to certain people, which you've actually started to be a friend because, like I said, you've been conducting business, you've been helping people repair their stuff, and you've been making acquaintances and friendships here and there, where people will just easily point you in the direction that you need to go if you're looking for a certain thing. And in this case, iron ingots, very easy to find. Let me just find a price point to work off of. Give me a second. Okay, for just iron per iron piece, I would say probably 2 silver per iron ingot. And there are
Okay.
so it's just a question of how much you're trying to buy. I'm guessing you're buying in bulk, of course.
Of course, yeah, I'm definitely buying in bulk, and I'm going to be using it to make a half plate.
Okay. So, I mean, I'll let you do the mathematics for that. Just obviously minus it off of your sheet. I trust you. But yeah, like, well, I mean, I do. Before that, though, I do want to say, Zarilla, you wanted to help with the haggling of the price, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll say go ahead and roll me a persuasion roll at advantage, because not only is Foster with you, but you're particularly acquiring the stuff for Foster. So go ahead and just roll me a 1 persuasion check, or a persuasion check at advantage, I should say, Glitter.
Woo.
No, a 12. Okay.
That's so much.
Damn, okay.
They knock off what was it? And just for the sake of mathematics, they knock off an entire silver. So you're literally playing a silver piece per iron ingot.
Okay. So we I forgot how much we had said that it would cost to make things. Let's see.
It's all dependent on what you're trying to make. Like, obviously, I'm not going to have you use an entire ingot for one hoe. But if you're trying to build a mega death machine the size of a city, obviously, I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. That might take a little more than just 1 iron ingot.
Right. Well, I need enough iron for the half plate that I'm going to make. I know Matilda wanted full plate. And I still need to then do artificing for my cow's 4th leg. So, yeah, I remember we had said something like, it was a percentage
Hey,
of how much the actual cost was.
Yeah, I
have
think it
full
was.
plate. I'm currently wearing full plate.
Oh, I think
But you
did I?
infused it for me.
You already made it,
Okay.
if I recall.
Okay, then never mind. Then I'm just working on my own plate.
Oh, okay.
The half plate and the cow leg. So, let's see. It's 750 gold for half plate, and then I'm making it my own. So, I'd say like 350.
Yeah, that's fine. Just pay the materials and you're fine.
About 350.
Yeah. 350, and I'll throw an extra 25 for the extra components for the cow leg.
I hate you so much, Color Strike. Oh my god. Calf plate. My god.
Calf plate.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
I just read that.
Calf plate.
Oh, this is for me. The calf plate comes later.
The fact that you're planning to actually armor the cow deeply concerns me.
Honestly, an armored cow sounds amazing. Okay.
That sounds terrifying. I mean, it sounds cool on paper until there's a stampede.
You people are just too small-minded. You're not thinking big. So, Hex, what's the likelihood of us finding a band of awakening?
Please don't. Just don't.
Look, look, hear me out. Paladin cow. Holy cow.
Oh, now that you've incepted the idea, I want to make it happen. Damn you.
Yeah, put that. That's a part of the hell yeah simulator. Let's go, Paladin cow.
Big Manus says full metal cow.
I'd watch that anime.
Oh jeez.
Full metal calf, or cattle.
Yeah. So pretty much boss.
Sorry, I have to stop you for a moment. I'm yes-anding you, but I do need to know one thing because you are making this prosthetic for the cow. I have to
Right.
know. Does this cow have a name? Please name him.
Is it a cow or is it a bull?
It's a cow.
It's a cow. It's a three-legged cow
Well,
for
that's a
temporarily.
lady name.
Okay. Miss Iron.
Hey guys, this cow has 3 cocks. Is that normal?
I'm pretty sure.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's not a cow. And if it does
Her
have
name is Miss Iron.
Miss Iron. Got it.
Miss Iron.
Miss Iron, nice.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
So it doesn't even. I'll say it probably takes you all of like 2 silver pieces, the equivalent of to make the prosthetic for the cow. And I'm not gonna have you roll for it because, frankly speaking, I mean, you know how to build things. You really just do. I'm not gonna. You make a fine piece of good old fashioned prosthetic that thankfully bends where it needs to, and helps her more able to be standing as opposed to the struggle where she just kind of had to lean in one direction.
Right. Yeah. So now, I mean, I'm gonna be getting paid more. So I mean, I might as well just. I'm basically going to be I'm gonna be gone all day and building the half plate for me, and then halfway through, I look at the cow, and Foster's just like, you know what? You're right, Miss Iron, and he's gonna go buy more iron to make her full plate of armor.
So you're just going on a shopping spree to spoil this cow.
Yep, and because she deserves it.
I'll say, because this is such a strange thing. Okay, normal full plate for a human person cost $1,000, right? That if I recall, let me look right now.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna have it cost anywhere near that. $1,500. Okay, I'm not gonna have it cost anywhere near that, but it's still gonna be pricey because you're still trying to. Look, bovines are pretty large, and unfortunately, that means you need more material, especially if you're trying to make.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say 500 solid, and
500.
that's 500 solid, and that's just what it costs to armor up your cow.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey,
All right.
hey blacksmith. These pieces of failed metal armor that your apprentices made. Could we come to some sort of arrangement?
Caligula? Oh my god.
Caligula.
I hate it.
How?
Damn you, Nanas. Damn you.
Nanas, what were you smoking when you came up with this idea?
Yeah. Anyways, so that's gonna take you almost all day, by the way. So that's gonna be a full day of you just crafting, buying, and doing stuff. So Cody's gone. Cool.
I think he should maybe still be listening in.
I hope so. But anyways, that's gonna be his thing. Is just him just focusing on nothing but that. It might even take, actually, I'll probably even say 2 days, a majority of the first day, and probably like easily half the second one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm absolutely down with that. I'm, just going to be doing that.
All right. So, for the sake of brevity, I do want you all to divvy up the 300 gold pieces because I'm sure at some point during the first day you guys meet up at the tavern and, talk about it. So between all of you, I believe that should be, let me get my calculator because I'm bad at math. Calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5 of you. 300 divided by 5. Okay, unfortunately it's not a lot of gold, but it's 60 gold.
That's fine.
Yeah, 60 gold a piece that you guys get.
I would like to
Before we
find
move
the
on.
loot.
Find that
Before you
loot.
move on, yes,
No,
Seth?
find that loot.
So when you say lute, you mean the physical instrument, right?
Lute.
Okay, just checking. I have to ask because when you say loot, I'm like, what loot?
I
You
know,
didn't miss
I know.
any. Okay, just checking. Okay, cool. So you're looking specifically for a instrument, not terribly hard to find one in the market here, even in Beer Zen. They are. Let me check prices for loots now because I want to know. So while Foster's kind of going out and about, you find a small little stall, with little wooden instruments, bongos on the bottom, what appears to be 1 or 2, 3 hanging lutes on top, some, what was it, ocarinas, strewn on top of his little stall. And as you talk to this proprietor, he gives you, show me the cost. You give me the weight, but not the cost. What the hell?
What are you trying to get? I can give you a price of something.
A loot. L-U-T-E. Loot. I'm looking
I'll
for the
send you
cost.
I can send you a not calculator, a catalog of like a bunch of shit.
Calculator?
Let me see.
Oh,
We're never-
calculator.
We're never gonna hear the end of the bovine jokes, are we?
No,
Nope.
They're here to stay.
Of course. You're really milking this one, aren't you?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yep.
Oh, damn it.
I don't know why you keep trying.
Rock's
I don't know why you keep trying to make Dusk learn shit. Okay, he doesn't want to be a studious student. In fact, he really would like to avoid learning calligraphy.
Why? Are you afraid? Are you afraid that when you read a book, your brain is going to explode and then it's going to ooze out of your ear?
I dropped the calligraphy joke already. It's wasted now. I'm
I
ashamed.
get it. I get it.
So for loot, I got 35 normal cost gold pieces. Sorry.
35 gold pieces. Jesus Christ!
Look, instruments in medieval times, you had to carve that shit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm not saying they're inexpensive, but I don't. All right, you know what?
Sword is
Hey,
cheaper
wait,
than
are we
that.
really gonna argue? Like, are we really gonna argue the economy of Dungeons and Dragons? Okay, the most busted economy ever conceived by man.
We're nerds, man.
Which-
Of course we are.
I mean, it depends. If you're doing a homebrew, maybe it could be reasonable, but at the same time, the economy ain't cheap.
All right, player's handbook, save me. I swear to God, if it costs 35 gold, I'm gonna be mad.
I mean,
Must be
apparently
one
it
hell of
does
an
cost
instrument.
35, so.
It must be one hell of an instrument if it's costing 35 gold.
The best damn loot you've ever seen. You've ever laid eyes on. In the D&D set, loot costs 35 too, yeah. My catalog is accurate.
No.
My logic is
pay
sound, Dave.
35 then.
All right, of course. I guess since there's a lack of evidence to the contrary, yeah, they quote you at 35 gold pieces for the loot.
You know,
I'm
just to be
gonna-
difficult, I try out a few, because I'm like, Jesus, that's a lot of money.
And I'm gonna bitch about it.
And I'm gonna just
Oh.
try. Oh,
Go
that's a
ahead.
good point.
All
She's
right,
gonna-
so really, she's gonna argue on your behalf. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. No advantage though.
Just angry. Let's go.
Wow. She literally carried her way out of this shit.
Give me a second. I'm gonna roll for perversion. Give me a second.
Oh, what?
You have to roll for that?
Perversion? Oh, natural one.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. No, I was wondering because this is a random proprietor. I'm curious because Zerulean and Matilda. Come on. Anyways, but
Do you
me,
mean
he's not.
Sorry, do you mean persuasion?
Yes, I had persuasion. Don't worry. I was just thinking of what would happen. But for now, at the moment with that 22, he does kick off 5 gold pieces off the price.
Yeah.
Look, Not that I'm complaining, okay, but if you can roll either perversion or persuasion, it makes a real difference.
I was thinking of adding an additional discount if this guy found either of them attractive. That's what I was rolling for.
That's a,
Don't
that's a
question my
smart one.
DMing.
That's a smart one. Hey, I'm not questioning, okay? I'm just really interested how far this rolling for perversion works, okay?
Well, considering, well, there could be other factors at play. Maybe he's happy. He's a happily married man and does not want to commit the sin of infidelity, or perhaps he's not really perverted.
My
You rolled a
God.
1, how perverted could he be?
Anyways,
Maybe he's
so
a very,
it only
maybe he's a
costs
very humble man.
it only costs 30 gold pieces. If you'd like, you could get purchase the loot for that. Matilda.
I try a few out, and I'm like, oh wow, this shit looks really good, and Zerula's getting me a good price, so yeah, I'll take this one.
Okay. So you now have a loot amongst your inventory.
Yay!
Oh, great! Now she can mother and serenade everyone.
And this is when we find out that she
Li-
took a
I
level not in.
canonically collect like I canonically collect poetry and like music and like texts and stuff.
We
I'm not
find out
best at playing, but I do try.
we find out that Matilda, when she got her level, she didn't put it into fighter. She's like, I'm gonna go bard.
Is that why she's able to win the hearts of so many, and break their pelvises?
Listen, if I didn't have these bazongas, I'd have a foreign curse.
You work with what you got, I guess.
It's true, yeah.
All right. So
All right.
you managed to find yourself some loot. You managed to, for the next day and a half, as Foster start. It doesn't take you the full day to make the prosthetic, but it does take you the rest of the day plus of the other half to make yourself some full plate.
Cutting in, speaking of loot goblins, could I ask, Griggs, is he a small or a medium creature?
It'd be small, I think.
I believe
He's
he should be small.
Yeah.
Small. Okay. Never mind then. I guess we'll have to find another use for this thing. I brought out the claymore that we found.
Are you gonna give him a claymore?
I mean,
Guys,
I mean,
I did, as I recall, I did give him a sword, or that I technically wasn't using.
he has a sword and a javelin that I gave him. But if we could give him something better,
If anything, we should probably give him some protection, like a shield or something.
I put the sword in the cow's mouth.
It's not.
Bro,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
this
It's
is a
coming together.
this is a cow.
It's coming together.
This is a cow, not a dog.
So instead of that, I made the cow like, she doesn't. I don't think cows have horns. So just in case, I put horns on the helmet.
Oh my god.
I think some cows do, but they're just very small.
Yeah. So like
I
these
thought
are
you were gonna, like cap them.
these are charging horns. No, this is to
Horns.
gore.
The
This is to
helmet
gore
just
people.
no. So listen, the helmet just has like grooves that the horns can fit into, and you just cap the horns. They're like metal spikes.
Right. If
It protects
she-
her own
if she
horns, and she gets to use
has
those.
horns. If she has horns.
Yeah.
Here, you're gonna turn her into a battle cow instead of a battle ox, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I want her to have because I actually looked up like a battle cow thing and sent it to Hex.
Wait, it's an actual thing?
Someone made a
Oh,
sheet.
Thank God.
Of course.
It-
Someone made this.
It has
Why
a
not?
charge ability and a gore ability.
Of course. Because why not?
I will look at this later. I will happily read this and then we'll talk. But
All right.
I'll give me a session first before I give you this.
You
I'm sure I'll
got
be
it.
fine. I just want to read it first. But anyways, My God. Alright, now that we have a battle-ready cow, apparently, alongside a battle-ready boar.
What's next?
That's the question, isn't it? We didn't stop at dire gophers. I don't know where we'll stop.
I mean, we have. All right, let's look at our pets. We have one giant
Battle
boar.
goat.
We have one giant boar. We have a cow. We have a cow with an iron prosthetic. We have Gribby that shapes into a bird. Now we just need a tracking. Now all we need is just a doge, like or a wolf or something.
Ooh.
I'm not cleaning up all this crap that they leave behind. This is on you, people.
Someone else's problem.
All right, who didn't walk up their cow or beast of burden?
Listen, I'll have you tell that pigs are very cleanly.
All right.
Get that dust on that
Also
cloven hoof
like-
animal.
They just also like to wallow in mud.
I can't.
It
I
feels
can't
good.
believe-
For the sun.
I can't believe I'm at the point where I have to give death saving throws for a cow and a boar in the same campaign.
No, you gotta give reality saving throws because if this cow gets hurt, I'm tearing this world apart.
Understandably, it is a pet, and naturally, as a pet owner, you will tear down anyone responsible.
I love this cow already. Miss Iron. Mr.
I've had-
Old Iron.
I've had this cow for all of 5 seconds, but if anything bad ever happened to this cow, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
So,
Then kill myself.
yes, we can't go wrong with the Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference. Yeah.
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 Hey, I gotta jump out of here. I might be back.
Oh,
All right.
Sorry.
Cody!
I'm sorry.
Later, Foster.
Good luck,
I'm gonna
Milton Midget.
get a drink.
Yeah.
It was lovely hearing you. He's
All
gone
right.
again.
Yeah. So, he's gonna be doing that for the next day and a half. So, let's see. You got yourself a loot there, Matilda. Zerulia, out of curiosity, what are you up to? I mean, I know you're haggling, but yeah.
I actually haven't been able to come up with anything yet. I'm still thinking about it.
No worries, no biggie. I could always have stuff happen to you, anyways.
Oh.
All right.
I have
So,
something.
yeah. Oh,
That's ominous coming from a DM.
It's a DM. Expect the unexpected.
dude, everything a DM says is ominous. Cows. You see, like it sounds ominous when I say it.
I knew it was a polymorph, big bad evil guy, and we were looking after him. Fuck.
Ah, like the gravy, like the Thanksgiving and Christmas gravy, the plot thickens.
So, what were you gonna say, Zerulia?
I am going to look for. I guess I'm going to go back to the blacksmith, but I'd like to go alone.
Oh, okay. I mean, those two are
interesting.
distracted. They get easily distracted for another reason because Foster and Matilda like each other and they're like kissy face.
Okay. I'm
So, yeah.
looking for. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am looking for a silver bangle, just a plain silver bangle.
A plain silver bangle? That's not that hard to come across.
Like the tiger?
No, jewelry.
Like a bracelet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna give you a random Bengal tiger out of nowhere.
Where on earth would you find? Would a tiger even come from?
No, I said bangle. Bangle, not this. What am I supposed to do with this? It's eaten like 3 people already.
I mean, at best case scenario, you could grab it and aim the beast and then turn it into an attack beast.
Man, that merchant must have been confused as all hell. Like, he's like, Dude, I don't know why the blacksmith ordered a Bengal
Oh.
tiger, but I mean, they wanted it.
Yeah.
You hear
Maybe-
the Smash Brother theme tune. Tony the Tiger joins the battle.
Yeah, then you just hear them go. You just hear in the background. They'll take the what was it called? They'll take the We Are Tiger theme that they play in the U.S. for when they're doing Frosted Flakes for sports, and you just hear "Mighty Mighty Tiger, Mighty Mighty Tiger." It's just beating the shit out of people.
Yeah, but the best part about all of this is that somewhere out there, a circus master is looking to his salesman, saying, "Yeah, I don't understand what am I supposed to do with this?
This ingot, like, why did I want the ingot of metal here?
I got a show in like 30 minutes, and I don't have a tiger. What's going on here?"
Anyways, back to what we were trying to do. There's really you easily find a bangle, a silver bangle, amongst some of the jewelers out here. It probably costs maybe a gold piece just for. Are you looking for a particular? So you just a plain one, right?
A silver bangle that's kind of wide. I want to get an engraving on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean that's relatively simple enough. It like I said, probably a gold piece.
Okay. And how much for the engraving?
I was thinking you were gonna talk to Foster and get a free engraving, but I mean, if you really want to pay for it,
Yeah, I'm trying to do this secret.
Okay, probably another 2 gold pieces, so 3 total for an engraving on it. If you're trying to get them to engrave. Piece.
Okay. All right, so I would now have a bangle with the letter O engraved in it. Or what really just looks like a big circle.
Oh, okay. Easy.
And I'm going to part ways with my party and say I have something to attend to. And I'm going to go to Nexus House.
How dare you hurt my feelings like this? But yeah, you easily make your way to oh, sorry, give me a second. You make your way easily to a Nexus house. You wrap your hands, I'm guessing, on the doorway.
Yes.
More or less same as before. It takes a minute, but you know, this time with what appears to be some kind of mug in hand. Smells like coffee when he opens the door for you, and he looks pretty exhausted, tired, just beaten through. He takes him a second to recognize you, and he says, "Zerulia, right?"
Mm-hmm. That's me. I wanted to give you something, and I wanted to say something to you. It might not be what you want to hear first thing in the morning, processing-wise, but this is for you, and I sort of pick up his hand and place the bangle in it so he can look at it flat in his palm.
Mm. He looks at it, and he begins to turn it over, and he says, "It's nice."
Yes. And what I wanted to say is that the friendship, the love, it stays. It doesn't go anywhere. And that's all I had to say. I hope that your pain eases soon. And take care, Nex.
As you turn to leave, I'm guessing you're just turning to leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you're probably like 10 steps away from his doorway, you could hear the door that was initially shutting close. You do hear it actually kind of like flip open, and he just kind of calls out to you. He says, "Why? Just why are you being this nice to me? You and your friends."
Well, you seem like a decent enough guy, and when grief hits, it hits hard no matter who you are. I didn't want you to feel alone.
You hear a loud, and almost at a loss for words and unable to find any, I'm sure, within himself. He does say, "I'll see you around," and he closes the door.
Give him a little smile and slight wave, and then head back to my party.
Jesus Christ, you guys are being so sweet to this character.
I love him.
And my character already, like I said, my character's experienced loss. You just don't know what it is or how
While
deep
she's
it runs.
distracting next, I'd like to break into the back of his house and start
No.
taking everything, including the table.
You come near that table, I will whack you so hard, you will send you back to babyhood.
He wants to surf on the tables like Hotel Transylvania.
No, it is a piece of furniture, not a toy.
Whee!
It can be
Alright.
whatever I want it to be, baby.
It's just I should just draw this picture where it's just like Zerulia and Zerulia and Dusk just on the table, and I'm just like, will you two get down?
It's do you know the scene from Aladdin with the magic carpet? Except it's a table. Coffee table.
Yeah,
Both
or
hanging 10.
it's like the scene from The Lion King 1.5 where Simba's just on the tree and Timon and Pumbaa are just like, young lion, get down from there, and they're just playing Jungle Boogie.
All right. So, well, like I said, you guys have a few days of downtime before I introduce a new adventure. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do? I'm going to ask each of you individually, and I think I know what Glitter might want to do. So, would you mind rolling me an intelligence check, Glitter?
You know me so well.
Mm-hmm.
If only I knew how to roll. Okay. Oh my god, I learned something today.
Nice.
You are pretty close to mastering the art of speaking in sign language at the moment. You're close. I'll say probably give it another week or so, and you'll probably be able to you'll speak it fluently.
So groovy.
You sign language that.
Yeah.
All right. Matilda, what would you care to do?
I was going to like fiddle with the lute because it has been a while since I played one. And ooh, I want to attend to Bacon actually because it's been a long road, and I imagine he's like covered in like that purple earth thing still. So I'm gonna take like the scrubbing brush, like a long handle one, and just like two hands have like scrubbing down and like clean them off.
A wild Grix appears and proceeds to help you during this endeavor, as he decided to hang out with you for today. And he grabs an extra brush from somewhere in the stables and begins to help you to brush the mane, the hair. Scrub the hair
Ooh,
clean
new
of any
card.
detritus. Ooh, cool. New. Oh, wait.
We've
Wait,
got
I can't read that.
It's the Boy Toy series, Telvarion.
Nice.
You're also in those, by the way.
Oh, I am? Cool.
You got your own
But
card.
anyway. I got my own card, finally. But anyways, sorry. So, Grix does begin to help you by scrubbing down his hair. It takes probably the better part of a few hours, but thankfully not too long. As for the playing the lute, go ahead and just roll me a performance check real quick.
Ooh, it's not good. Like, mostly it's just like, trying to fill with it and trying to relearn what I used to know.
Somebody.
Because I've got a -1. Ooh, it's a 15. It's not bad.
Let's
That's
go.
pretty good. All right, cool. So, I would say your fingers begin to play some tunes from back when you were a young girl learning the instrument in the village. your muscles never forgot. What's the word I'm looking for? Sorry. Your muscles never forgot the instrument, thankfully.
Muscle memory.
Muscle memory,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide on something here. Give me a second. I don't know
while
if you
you're
could do
deciding on
this.
things, the card is in the vault and on Discord. If you want to check it. Sorry, go ahead.
Because you rolled so well. I think I have something prepared for you in the future. It'll take you a few days worth of practice, but if your
okay.
character continues to practice even for an hour a day, like if you just set aside an hour a day for your character to do it for the next week, I'll have something for you that I think you'll like.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Alright. Anyways, that's what you're going to be doing. Probably just relearning old songs you used to play and scrubbing down with Grix your boar. Dusk, are you just sunbathing still on the rooftop, or were you planning on doing anything for yourself?
Seth? Seth?
One
Lose
eternity
connection. No.
later.
Oh. Hey, Seth! Did he boil tea again?
I'm not going to answer that, but I assumed that I would go last and it would be Arvok's turn, because that's normally how that happens. Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, so what are...
Well, I would also like to point out to our lovely friends at the Twitch moderation sector that we are not a brand risk.
Although if we are a brand risk,
Apparently blowing my noses.
we are a brand risk. Bad Dragon, hit us up.
No.
Well, and if they're not available, don't worry. We can always go to Adam and Eve.
Look, we got options, is all we're saying.
Oh God!
Throw money at us, please. We will accept.
Oh God! I am actually crying.
I think we did miss Carefree Dragon's carpool, though.
I'm actually crying from this.
What a cold card. It's my turn now.
Well,
Alright, I need to see this for
what kind of card
myself.
is this?
I'm curious myself. Cody in the bathtub. Oh man, my Cody deck is just overflowing. I have so many trades. I need to trade away all these Cody
Just like
cards.
his bathtub.
See, I actually also just realized that I haven't pulled in a while too.
You know, there
We
are
still
pills
do
for that, but you know.
We still talking about cards, huh?
Yeah, the cards.
Well, Cody's the kind of kid that would just never turn off the bath water, and it just like flows and flows and flows.
Another Cody.
Sorry, so, what was I saying? Right. So, from what little information I've gathered, this individual or group of individuals have a shady connection to more illegal marketplaces. Do you know of any kind of point of contact or someone I could ask in regards to this?
I mean, maybe some of the individuals up in Lodi. It's our sister city up northwest. If you follow the main roads out, it'll take you straight there. They might know something. I can't guarantee it, but
All right. I'll put it back in my pocket. I'll stand up and say thanks for giving me the time, and I start walking away. Get to the door. I'll stop and I'll say, I'll turn back. I walk back to the table. I say, you're in a relationship, aren't you?
Yes, with Ignelli.
So, could I ask for your advice?
Sure, yeah, sit down. Well, what kind of advice can I give you, young one?
I sit down. And I say, take a moment. Say, I don't really want to ask my party about this because they might get, well, I don't know if you noticed, but they're a bit weird when it comes to relationships.
I thought you were gonna say they're a bit weird, and I was gonna add. Anyways, yes, they're weird. Okay.
Between the two of us, men, reminder I'm 14.
Mm-hmm.
Man, quote unquote.
So, I'm sort of in a complicated relationship at the moment. And I held my significant other's hand, and I don't know if I'm ready to be a father.
Wait, what? When? Oh.
He
The
purses
same
his
thing.
lips, and he says, "I think you're He looks very uncomfortable for a moment, and then he takes a minute to look like he's thinking about something, and he kind of sighs out. All right. And he calls out from his door, and he says, "No one disturb me for the next 30 minutes." And he proceeds to close the door, and he sits down
Yeah.
across from you again, and he says, "We're going to talk about the birds and the bees, all right? And I'm going to teach you about things that I'm sure no one has taught you. All right?
Boy.
And then for the next
please keep
20
your pants on.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. No.
Bonk.
No. For the next 20 minutes, he does
You
explain
never
to
know.
you what sex is. You know, about how when a mom and a dad really love each other, you don't get a stork to get the baby. He gives you the details, and of course, inevitably, you probably have questions, which he does proceed to answer as truthfully and honestly as he can. But today, assuming he doesn't forget, you are now Dusk is now educated about sex
Right.
and how it's supposed to work.
So, he will say, "Thank you, you've opened my eyes to a lot today." He'll stand and he'll leave. There is steam coming off his reddened face.
So, do
And-
you have like a moment where you're like, "Oh my God, is it normal for like 30 people to do that all at once?" Because I saw Zerulia do like.
Like I said, there's a silent, understanding of now what actually happened. Thanks for that innocence gone.
Oh, that poor boy.
So if you are like in a tavern, like in the tavern waiting at some point during one of these days, Dusk will burst through the door after having this conversation and say, "That's what you've been doing all night? Ew!" And then closes the door and leaves.
So it just recontextualizes those sounds of braying donkeys in the room next to him. He's like,
Yeah.
"Wait, that's what's going."
Or just the sounds of furniture, and it's just like, and you're always asking, why do you keep jumping up and down on the bed every night? They're just like,
It can't be that fun. It can't be that fun.
And then you just see Arvad just turning around and just drinking. He's just like, oh, this poor boy. Oh, this poor boy.
And
Ooh,
That's-
Dusk and
that's-
Arvad.
Uh,
that's about what I do.
so ironically, at the end of the third day, because you've actually kind of ironically like with this conversation, you've pushed his meeting time with the rest of your party a little bit further back than he intended to. All right. So I guess on the third day he'll come and say something. But for now, I'm gonna go to, let's see. I've talked to everybody except for Arvad. Arvad, what would you be doing over the next course of 2 to 3 days?
Let's see. Given the recent mission and how I was also giving some words of wisdom to. I'm still just sitting down, meditating, also reflecting on everything that's happened. I also get some memories resurfing of some people that I lost to, and I'm just like, well, it looks like the memories are coming back, or I guess they never left. And then I also just look at the flask, and I'm just debating whether or not I should drink again.
The flask that Foster made you?
Yeah, and I just decided to just put it away this time because I was just like, you know what? Maybe I should also give myself more time to grieve. So I go back to meditate. I just go back to meditate and just reflecting on everything. And then my thought process is, should I still pursue vengeance, or should I let this go? And that's where I want to call it for the sake of time.
Okay. So, for the record, your character is just probably sitting cross-legged in his room, probably just meditating every now and then, focusing and trying to figure out if vengeance or justice. You know, essentially just debating with yourself these troubling thoughts. I'm guessing.
Yes, because seeing the grief that Dex was feeling just also reminded him of his own grief. So this also has called into question what he should be doing for a while.
So, 2 things. On the second day, Matilda, as you're kind of like quietly practicing to yourself in one of the corners of the tavern of the Lazy Stock, and you know you're quietly enjoying probably Ignelli reading to some more children, while Ienzo is probably just quietly sitting at the bar, and the rest of your party is more or less scattered either throughout the tavern itself or in their own personal rooms. You see a man begin to kind of approach you and actually take a seat right across from you. He looks familiar to you, and for a moment you can't place why until you remember that you specifically... The image you have in your mind is he had a big red stain in the center of his chest initially before you helped him out before with Foster to prevent him from dying. He sits across, he sits across from you. It is the same person, actually. Let me go ahead and update something real quick because I did actually put his his likeness in the in our little
Discord.
NPCs. Yeah. Give me a second while I edit that. I mean, the only big difference between the image I'm using versus the one that versus what I described him, he does have brown hair, and it is in that form of that mohawk that he's kind of rocking, and he doesn't have any of the scars that are on his face. But otherwise, he just looks like that. Full brown eyes, full human, brown semi-mohawk that seems to be strewn from the top of his crown to all the way to his back.
And he's sitting across from you, smiling.
Oh, okay.
He looks trustworthy, sane, and not likely to bury us up to our heads in sand.
Like he could bury
Yeah, I was
her.
about to say he looks like Voss from Far Cry.
Yeah, like he could bury her of all people.
I'll get the dump truck. Beep, beep.
Oi,
Are you,
you leave
What are
my
you
ass
suggesting?
alone.
I mean, to be fair, considering how you're the tallest of us and you carry the most muscle mass, when you bend over, it could eclipse the sun.
Oh, my ass isn't that big.
I never said that was a bad thing.
In some cultures, that's a good thing.
The dummy.
Exactly. See, he gets it.
So, but yeah, no. For the moment, he is just keeping quiet. He is looking at you. He's just smiling, and he's just, sat across from you as you practice on your loop.
I just go like practicing just some chords and notes and whatever. Like, yeah, it's been a while. How have you been?
Well, I'll be the first to admit, one less hole in the chest. Can't complain. Thanks to you.
Ooh. And what can I help you with this time, huh?
Well, I've been hearing from other people in the town that you're in the habit of helping people.
Oh, we are, yeah. And like blunk, 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 blunk.
Blink, 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 blink. He does say, "Oh, that sounds really nice. Can you play?"
I used to be able to. It's been a few years since I've held one.
It's not bad.
Well, thank you. Now, let's get to the point, huh? How can I help you?
Oh. Anyway, he does kind of put his hands on the table and he says, "Well, so here's the thing. I could use a little help transporting some goods from here in Beer's End all the way to Lodi. I'll be the first to admit, there are some goods that are not very well received that a lot of other individuals would look at and say, 'Why are you transporting that? Why, that's not good. Don't do that.' But if I make it worth your while, would you be willing to get my goods from here to Lodi?"
Well, I mean, are we going to get into legal trouble over it?
Not if they don't find it.
I see. God, Cody should have
look-
been here for this.
1,000 gold pieces with your name on it.
No. What, in total or each?
Total.
Okay. And how far was the destination, Hex?
Well, I mean, sorry, I'm trying to think like if Maddie would have known, or because technically you guys haven't been to Lodi before, and you guys just know of it in passing from conversations I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah.
I'll say probably. I'm certain at some point you probably picked up on it, especially since you've been here for quite a bit. I would say it's a little over a day, just a teensy bit over a day's journey by road.
Okay. Well, I'm up for anything really. I'm more of a enforcer or bodyguard or, a guide. But let's say you had someone transport your shipment and it was just muscle. I don't really see an issue with it.
Well, I'm gonna be coming in tomorrow, again, and I'd appreciate. I'll give you details then. Yeah. I'm assuming you're willing to take the job then.
Yeah. But give us a moment to recuperate. And
Alright.
yeah, we'll take a job.
Don't keep me waiting too long. After all, there are other people who will be just as happy to take my money. And he winks in your direction
Yeah, of
before.
course, yeah.
He winks in your direction before getting up from from across from you and making his way outside the building.
Sounds good. Maybe we'll get to learn more a bit about this guy's backstory.
I mean, up to you. He was just here for the business proposition, at least for now. Let's see.
If Cody's there, he'd just be like, "Ah, remorseful door."
Yeah, for
Right.
1,000 gold, hell yeah.
Or he'll probably negotiate for more money.
Probably. So, I will say this, by the way. Among other things, as the next day also approaches, there is also one other visitor that does come to the rest of you. I'm gonna roll real quick on the random D6 table here.
Right.
Give me a second. Let's see who he manages to find first. Or actually, wait, no. Yeah, we'll see who he finds first. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, D4. Let's see who he talks to today. Oh, okay, cool. Give me a second. Oh, okay, so Dusk, you're sunbathing
Of course.
on the top of the tavern when the familiar form of Yenzo in full play comes out and around the corner. He looks at you and you look at him as you're just enjoying, getting a nice tan up here. And he calls out, Dusk. Dusk.
I snap out of the trance I've been in since learning some devastating news. Yeah.
Can you come down here? I wanted to ask for your help.
Sure. I slide down the tiles, Red Flintstone style. Backflip. See if I landed.
So this is like in the middle of the midday.
God, I hope you stick it.
Do you want me to roll for that?
Oh god, please don't.
That's because I don't want you to randomly die. No, don't.
Are you kidding? I can't just die from a fall like this. Okay.
You really want to test your luck?
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
please don't.
And he's going for it.
Well, I don't stick the landing.
So you just get a random 2d6 and free damage. There you go. You're welcome.
So-
That's 9.
So after hitting the ground a little too hard, I stand up like I didn't just do that at all and just ignore it completely.
Just
How can I help
jaw dropped. It takes him a second to recover. Anyways, I don't even know what to say anymore. All right. So there has been a disturbance on the road up to Lodi that's been going on recently, and I was hoping you and your group would be able to fight off the creature that's been accosting the merchants around here.
Creature?
Mm-hmm.
Just one.
Yeah, it's only the one, and I mean, mind you, we've had trouble initially fighting it off because of all this banditry that was happening before you came to town, but you happily fixed, and now we're beating it back. But all I can really do is make sure the roads and the people are safe. Can't really pursue it back to wherever it came from. I was hoping you and your group could, if not necessarily force it to move somewhere else, at the very least maybe kill the creature.
Luckily for you, I heard that we will be probably going to Lodi in the near future. Follow me. Let's see if we can set something up with the group. And I turn around and start limping towards the door.
You'd
Wait,
be
so I'm-
surprised.
Do you need me to wait outside, or
okay,
can you walk through the door?
I'm all good. Yeah, come on.
All right. So you go inside, and I'm guessing you're gonna relay the message to the rest of your group.
Yeah. I mean, I'll sit the Enzo down. I'll buy him a drink or whatever.
Oh, okay. So Ienzo does follow you in, and he does begin to explain that. I'm assuming everyone's there. I do need. There's this kind of. I need all of you to help me either kill this dragon of some sort or whatever, or chase it off. But it does appear to be some ground dragon that's 5-headed or something. It's weird. I've never seen it before in my life. I've never seen something like this in my life before.
You said 5-headed?
Yeah, 5-headed
Did you
ground
say
dragon of some
five-headed?
sort. Yes,
Are you
and
sure that's
it's got like stone skin. It's a strange thing.
Are you sure that's a dragon and not a hydra?
Oh.
I'm not sure. I don't really. I'm not familiar with monsters, you know.
They had us
Wait.
fight a Hydra. Well, not me in particular, but the other gladiators had to fight a Hydra. Tricky little shits.
Did they survive?
Anyway,
Oh,
so,
jeez.
so potentially a Hydra. I never fought one myself, but it'd be interesting.
So, since all of you are kind of familiar with hydras, I need all of you specifically to roll me a. I believe it was. Give me a second while I look it up. I think it was a nature check
All right.
or a.
Semi.
Let's see. Sorry, I was gonna add either a nature check or a. What's Arcana check? The Arcana check will be harder, but you will get a few details that'll help you.
Ooh, natural 20. Ooh, yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
You said Arcana or Nature, right?
What the fuck?
Wow!
Arcana at a higher DC,
Damn,
nature
okay.
lower.
I mean. Okay.
Right, now prepare to be blown
Both
away.
nature and arcana. Like, me and
Fuck.
really are just like geeking out and high-fiving each other. And Dusk is just like, or
I'm gonna
right in
write-
front of my cereal.
Like I said, I never actually fought a Hydra before. I just heard tales and saw like
Uh-huh.
glimpses of it from my from my cell. I didn't actually partake in. Shut up! And I limp over to the corner.
Okay.
Why are you limping?
Oh.
Okay. So, Matilda and Zerulia, you both. These are the same details you're gonna get, just from different angles for the most part, and especially once you guys like start talking about amongst yourselves. But you do know that he's not describing necessarily a Hydra, because from Zerulia's side, at least, when it comes to how Hydras kind of came to be in this world, you know that the lower god, evil goddess Tiamat, she slew a rival once, a rival
Oh, no.
evil dragon, and that when she spilled the blood of her enemy and tossed it across the entire continent of Ambrosia,
Ooh.
it started spawning these Adra dragons, small little things, of course, not fully dragons, but wherever they landed, wherever the blood spilled and touched the earth, it created a Hydra. And since the majority of it was water, Hydras. But there are a few other types of Hydras, quote unquote, that were born that touch the actual earth and to touch the actual volcanoes of the world. You know, there are different types of hydras, and in this case, the way he's describing this creature that's been accosting the roads by burrowing into the earth with its rock-like skin and stone-like appendages and necks, and just in its facial features being described the way it is. It's not a Hydra, but a Teradra. A dragon born of the
Okay.
It's new.
and naturally based on the nature check, Matilda, that typically Tertras, they're typically almost every type of Hydra, Terra, or Yggdra, they're typically very hungry and usually try to consume everything within their vicinity before moving on to go eat some more. And Tertras are specifically born, or at least burrow into the earth and usually discover the Underdark and usually feed off creatures there. So it's very strange that there's one right now on the surface. It might just run out of immediate food in the immediate vicinity and unfortunately decided to burrow its way up. So this is definitely not typical, but unfortunately just a problem you might have to deal with. And like I said, to give you a little extra, Zerulia, you do know that Tertras do regenerate. And, when you do enough damage to them or you kill them often enough, they will spawn more heads. And obviously, that's going to be a problem. But thankfully, you can kind of stop that if you deliver some kind of damage typing of thunder or something. And you just begin to break it up, and it will not be able to regenerate those heads if you do that. So if you do thunder damage,
really?
Thunder, yes.
So,
God.
so basic.
Do any of us have thunder?
Yeah.
So basically, we're gonna have to pull a lightning in the bottle maneuver.
Maybe. I mean, the point being, it is essentially, for the purposes of this is a Hydra, but I've decided to move it away from the high and making it a Terdra. Or at least that was my thinking at the time. So, yeah.
So I just inquired I just go up to Zarilla and just ask her, how do you fight something that regrows its heads?
You break it apart at the body.
Yeah, but then but if it regenerates, how do you stop it from healing?
You break it apart real good.
Does any one of us have thunder damage?
The clap of Mad's cheeks does thunder damage. Nice.
So what? He's basically supposed to twerk team this this beast into oblivion. She literally she literally just drops and just throws it back, and then the beast is like, ah!
Not that big.
I never said it was. I'm just asking him. I'm asking the DM. Is this what we're doing now?
It's your guys' strategy. I'm just here to facilitate.
Oh. Right. Listen.
I'd like to take the 3
and I hit stuff I don't have lightning with thunder.
Well,
I'd like to take the 3/4 covering behind Mad's ass. Thank you.
Is she a shield?
God, fucking. No, he's just really small.
I was just gonna say. Quick question: is it possible to take Chi attacks and convert them into other energy attacks? Out of curiosity, with enough leveling.
There are some abilities where you could change the.
Yeah.
It depends on the archetype you'd have taken, because I think there is one that lets you do that. I'm not 100% sure though, but there are your fists. I think at 8. No, wait, it was at 6. What level does your fist become magical?
I think it was either 6 or 7. And I did level up. I leveled up, right?
I hope so.
6.
Yeah, I leveled up from the previous thing, so technically I'm at 6 now.
Yeah, and your movement's also increased actually by 5, so you have 5 feet of extra movement. That's nice.
Okay.
And you also get a monastic tradition, but like I said, I don't keep track of that. It's up to you guys to level your characters.
And I have to consult the Great Book of 5e.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this motherfucker trying to become a Zula from Avatar.
No, I'm actually trying to get close to Iroh, if anything. Just go from, and then replace my drinking habit with maybe tea later, and then proceed Yeah, and then proceed to learn how to use lightning. So what? Lightning. So
They all come back to tea eventually.
So he does say,
Brett has found his niche.
some of the merchants and of course the town are offering a reward of 1,500 gold if you bring down the creature.
all right. And you said this. And you said this creature affects the merchants going in between the towns. Yes.
That's why they offered the other part of the reward.
Okay.
It's why we have 1,500 gold to give you.
All right. So I just turned to the party. I'm just like, so what's it? So whatever. So are we taking this job?
If we are, we'd best go prepared.
Might as well, we're already heading to Lodi.
Yeah. Could be
Although
some
no one
easy
sees me.
cash along the way, as long as we're prepared.
Then I guess we're going monster hunting.
Okay, cool. So, with that in mind, we now have an idea of what you guys are going to be doing. Before all that, though, before you leave the town today, you do technically, Matilda, you do have Zelric coming in to ask, the inevitable question of like if you're going to take his job. The real question is, are you gonna? He comes in after Yenzo's long gone left, probably around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, looking for you. And he does ask, coming through the doorways and, hands in his pockets, smile on his face. He says, so have you given some thought to the job I want you to do?
We will take this escort mission. We will guard the order of materials and, whatever happens. We will, protect it as it goes along the way. I'm just trying to frame it as like, hey, we're not the couriers, we're like just hired protection.
Wait, are you asking us to deliver this? Or are you providing some sort of driver?
No, he begins to go into details as he sits down with the rest of you, assuming now that you're all here. He sits down and he says, no, this is what we need. We just need you to specifically take our cart from point A to point B within the day. Once you get to point B over in Lodi, you'll meet with a contact of ours. His name's Blinn Colsby. He will be waiting for you and he gives you directions to how to get to his place. And he will give him to him and no one else, and he will take the cargo. It will look very nice. Don't worry. It's not, how to say this. It will look legitimate. The cart will be filled with full-on jars of oil to sell to the neighboring city. We have the actual cargo, of course, hidden within somewhere in a secret compartment. We won't tell you where, and we won't even tell you what it is, because, frankly speaking, we're not paying you to know that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whenever. We'll take the job, I guess, but if we get stopped, we know of nothing. Like, this is just a routine protection sort of mercenary hire.
Right.
We don't know what we don't want to know what it is,
Okay.
Just
Right.
yeah.
All right, fantastic. And he kind of claps his hands together. All right, and then he kind of like pulls out what looks like a big bag. He says, "Just because I trust you and you've saved my life, here's the money up front." And he actually just puts down 1,000 gold pieces for you and the party to split.
Ah,
Oh, I'm sorry, mysterious stranger. I didn't quite catch your name.
Oh, Zelric, nice to meet you. And he extends his hand. He's just very happy, full on smiling, grips your hand in his if you extend it.
Yep, I'll take it.
Gotcha. He gives one big shake, just tries to squeeze yours. You probably squeeze back. Yours is probably stronger. He's like, hey, that's a good grip you got there. Work
It's
out?
not bad yourself.
Yeah, you work out. Do you do a lot of fighting?
100 squats, 100 push-ups, 100-mile run. Every day.
I just look at the boy. I'm just
Man
like,
reference.
yes. And I just look at the boy. And it's just like this is coming out of the same boy who somehow managed and is to fall off a roof.
You didn't see that.
Judging by the injury on the lip thing, I'm going to, and knowing where you've been, I'm going to assume that happened.
You just make assumptions daily, do you, Mr.
No.
Arvad?
I pay attention to small details. I'm drunk, not foolish.
So, he does say, well, anyways, I appreciate doing business with all of you. I just hope you don't disappoint me. I'd hate to have to do anything to you. And he like smiles at all of you and he says, all right, later. And he begins to walk out. Oh,
Before
and,
he goes, I just like. So it's like, listen, threats are not necessary here. If you want
No,
just to be professional, we expect you to be professional as well.
Of course, I wasn't threatening. I was merely making promises. All right. Anyways, good on you. Thank you for taking the job, and more importantly, I wish you luck. And of course, the delivery is expected within the day. We will bring the cart over tomorrow. Yeah.
Fair enough.
As soon as he leaves, I'll turn to Madeline and say, what was that?
Matilda, you mean? But
Matilda, yes.
escort job.
No, what was that at the end
Don't
there?
ask what the cargo is.
No.
Some
That-
sort of highly sought cargo. We don't ask questions about it.
I mean the whole,
What do you
the
want?
threat issue?
Yeah, that's why I told him threats are not
That-
necessary.
Yeah, that wasn't a
You'll
threat.
be quite surprised.
That wasn't a threat.
What do you mean that wasn't a threat?
You've now shown me up. If you haven't been around a shady individual, you'll know that it's just a way of saying, it was a good exchange of contacts. A compliment, if you will. You have to learn to take those.
I just lean in and look in his eyes as like, what kind of fantasy world do you live in?
Fantasy world is my real life world.
I just look at this boy and I just look at Zerulia and I'm just like, there's something deeply, deeply wrong with that boy.
You gotta be
This is
careful.
not
We're so
the
close
game,
to scratching.
Dusk.
Who said it was a game?
What is this about showing you up? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean? Oh, new card, Boy Toy Series, Seth! Do know he's not carrying a gun. And his text line says, I only joined to meet local snake ladies in my area.
I don't know what this is slander.
You sit on a throne of
It's
lies.
also true.
It really isn't.
Okay, so if I were to go into your search history and I see, I'm going to assume I won't see anything Snake Lady related.
You will not see a Lamia post in sight.
At least specific.
Specifically Lamia's.
You hear that, Glitter? He took down all the Lamia posters and put you up instead.
These people are
Aw,
putting words
that's
in it.
nice.
People are putting words in our Gotham and Color Strike. I see you both. Okay. Stop.
He's in the jar!
Slander.
Slander.
Oh, put Seth in the jar. It's one hell of a jar.
So, with all of you accepting 2 different jobs, you guys are we'll end off the session there. All right, cool. guys
We have
to
2 dates to prom.
1 day and two tasks in 1 day. Asleep for more than awake for the money, as per freaking usual. Rocket Raccoon, Guardians of the
We
Galaxy.
just gotta protect the cargo until we get to the end line, and that should be fine. Ooh, another card pull.
Alright, Carefree Dragon, what do you got?
Cody's sleeping there.
Okay. Yeah, that piece.
In color.
That piece just gives. Yeah, that piece gives me the warm and fuzzies.
On another note, I believe we may be running a bit out of sync.
We are. Yeah, I think the streams
What do you
has
mean?
some slight
What?
delay.
There's a slightly longer delay
Oh.
on stream right now. From the time you announced to the... Well, I know we're in a separate Discord from what the people are seeing. But I know there's a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
It's fine, we're
It's
wrapping
fine
up.
on my end, but, you know.
Yeah. Modern technology, am I right?
Right.
Yeah. In
Anyways.
case we're wrapping up then, thank you so much, Hacks, for running for today. Thank you guys,
Yes, thank you.
Seth,
It's-
Nomad, Gliver, and even Cody, even though he had to go, for joining us today. And thank you, the viewer, for joining us as well. Gossam says, slowly fills the Seth jar with Lipton tea picks.
Sick.
Oof, that's like a worse fate than the Coom.
Would you? No, actually,
I
I'm not
find it-
gonna.
I find your terms accessible.
I'm not even gonna ask, just from my own sanity.
Oh,
I was gonna ask something, but I'm just gonna refrain from asking for my own sanity.
by the way, small announcement, just FYI. No game next week just in case we need to say it, but for very obvious reasons, because we normally play on Wednesdays, guys. Next
it's
Wednesday,
Christmas.
Yeah, please spend it with your loved ones, with your family members, with your friends, because we will also be doing that. So no game next week, but we'll return to you probably the week after.
What? You people have friends and family outside of this server? How dare you?
Yes, and if you'd let me,
Yes.
you'd spend Christmas with me.
Yes, you're snuggled up by the fire, roasting chestnuts, marshmallows, and drinking hot cocoa.
Yeah.
I envy the
I wanna
little
put
match
him
girl.
on one of those racks that
I envy the little match girl.
forces him to be in the room with like us.
At the end of her story.
Don't.
Anywho's, I was gonna do a little advisor, like a story, like a lesson post stream about spending time with your loved ones, but you hear it from someone else this time. Like, go do your part. Go hang out with the people you love, or otherwise you might one day wake up and realize you missed your chance to do so. And this is the ideal time if you're ever looking for an excuse to hang out with family and friends. Like, the holidays are a great one. That said, yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Soul Reaver. We just beat Zephon, the second boss, so we're like 1/4. No, yeah, 1/4 of the way in, I think. And next week, as Hex said, no D&D, but I might look into doing a stream on the 27th on a Friday. So we'll see. Carefree Dragon says, in a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that in the end, there is a light in the darkness. Yeah. Color Strike says, oh, before I forget, how is the tool project coming along? Malamu. Oh, I just got estimates back after working hours from my suppliers. So tomorrow I'm gonna do a lot of number crunching. Because apparently they also want to order other parts, so I have to put that into one big order, so I can't just give 2 separate ones. So it looks better on my Q4 if I get like a big order in. That said, I'm at the finish line. Like, if they get it in their hands and they field test it, which I'm sure it works fine. Like, they already said they severely underestimated the quality of what they would be getting, which is a massive green flag for me. To the point that they're now in the company defending what I do, even from both jokesters and from people who, might have political gain or like internal politics to gain from doing things their own way. But as soon as this thing is tested in the field and operable, we're looking at least 20 orders in the future. And it is a perfect test case to go to other competitors and clients on the harbors and whatever. It opens up a whole new world because not just for that product, but it is a perfect field test to showcase like, hey, you need something similar? Or, hey, this is what we do. We can help. Like, this is the entryway into other projects, and I can't wait. Like, it'll be fun to maybe spend some time and energy on a different project for once. But, yeah, thank you for asking. I look forward to it. Like, this is year 2 of my company, and usually they project, like, the first 3 years, things will be going slow, but I look forward to it. I look forward to one day buying up buildings and starting up like food chains and stuff. Like one day I may hope to like buy this big apartment building and let all my friends live in there. And then we can do D&D like almost every day. So Color Shark says you can't see it, but I give you a thumbs up. Well, thank you. Yes, Nomad? Sorry?
I was gonna say, hey, wishing you the best as Mads. Glad that this turnaround finally paid off. All the hard work is finally paying off. So,
you. Like, it's like I keep saying in this, like maybe in Beanie lesson number 2. Gotta keep pushing at it. Like, gotta keep moving forward, even though it's like a small step every day. Gotta keep pushing forward, and the only thing that will keep you pushing forward is motivation. So if you ever need like a little pep talk or someone to listen to you or like, have like a group of people that want to positively like reinforce you or like give you a little push in the back, like just reach out to us. We'll see what we can do.
Illicit substances also do the same thing, but
No, no, disavow. Holy shit. Get back to your tea, Brett.
Look, one day opium's legal and you have opium bars around, you traverse them all the time, and then they close them down.
You're not returning to your old ways, Britt.
Yes, last I checked, the opioid crisis over here has been in a pain in the tuchus and not the fun kind. So I don't think we want to exacerbate it any further.
He's just bringing it up because he's got like a massive overstock. And like his country's like warehouses and stuff. Like, listen, Matt, you don't understand. We need to get rid of this shit.
And just the Victorian era is just so much better. Yeah,
so you want to be
cleaning your chimneys like the good old days. What's like what happened to this world?
Simple. We discovered that there were less dangerous. We discovered that there were less painful and more efficient ways to get stuff done.
Yo, you people are no fun.
Seth, you're a gaslighter, so you often sit on a den of lies, but this time your den is an opium den.
Yeah, and they remove the gas lanterns from the streets too, so where am I supposed to... Yeah, never mind.
This isn't Gotham. This is not Gotham by gaslight, my guy. Calm down.
Victorian England had it before Gotham was even written.
Oh my god.
By the way, small disclaimer, we do not endorse drugs. Sorry, I was just trying to add
disavow drugs, like...
Yes, we only advocate for what is medically legal and is necessary. Anything else that is self-destructive or anything, we do not advocate, condone, or encourage the use of it in any shape or form.
What is this you're going to me?
Always consult your physician. Always consult your doctor.
Read
Yes.
it you want me to read this in front of everyone now? Fine.
Okay, goodbye,
The comments
everyone.
made the comments made by Seth are his and his views alone and do not reflect the channel.